No?
Welcome to day 2 of the January 2021 Virtual India Sourcing Show. Margaret, Kevin, you guys ready for another smashing show today?
Absolutely, Magla. Here we go again.
And no IT issues today. It's going perfect.
Hopefully we don't have any IT issues with any of the guests today. Fingers crossed. Well, for today's show, first of all, we've got this amazing supplier from India that does vegan leather and a lot of other different types of eco-friendly leather. So that is, I think, one of the best suppliers that we've found so far, I really have to say. And the story is amazing. It's a very new company, startup. She just started a year ago, and she has a really, really interesting story. I'm really interested in, how people react and what people think about that company. It's going to be amazing. And then we also have another company that makes a lot of beautiful home products from wood and resin, and a lot of different combinations. They make tabletops, trays, lots of interesting stuff. And then we have El Joiro coming back, who does jewelry, fashion jewelry made from semi-precious stones. So he had a really, really good collection when he was on the show the last time. So it's going to be interesting to see what he brings to the show today. But before we get to our suppliers, we also want to give a shout out to GETIDA, who's a sponsor for the January show. And we just want to remind everyone that you do have an offer from GETIDA. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to this URL that's scrolling at the bottom of your screen, online.getida.com/vis400. Go to this URL and sign up for GETIDA. They will give you your first $400 back from Amazon for free. For free, as in you will not have to pay GETIDA's fee. They usually charge a fee to get your money back from Amazon, but the first 400, you don't have to pay them a fee for that. And Margaret, do you want to talk a little bit about GETIDA? I mean, you've been using them for a couple of years. So for people who are not really aware of what they do and what the benefit is.
Yeah, look, what they do is basically recover any things of like lost product in the stores at Amazon, refunds that sometimes go astray that you don't get, or maybe they'll put a carrier damage one as customer damage. GETIDA seem to have a way, and I'd love to know their secret, of finding all these things, and you get paid for 2 products that were lost in the warehouse. Now, how anyone knows they're lost in that almighty big warehouse, I'll never know. But what happens is you get back, like they'll recover the money from Amazon for you. Now, they take a fee of 25%. So if it's a $100 product, they'll take $25, but you get $75. And I look at it this way: I'd have had nothing because I have no way of knowing what's lost in that almighty 100 warehouses they've got all over America, or how many they've got. So I think in that respect, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you sign up, it doesn't cost you anything, and some months you might get nothing back, some months you might get, a couple of $100, you might get thousands. And if you've been selling for a long time, they'll actually, when you sign up, they go back for 18 months and recover everything for the past 18 months if they can. And they actually, when you get your monthly sort of fees of what they recovered, you can actually see that, they'll write on your behalf to Amazon, and their email comes in as an email from you, but they've got a special name. I can't think what it's called now, but you'll know it's not you that sent the email in your cases. So they log it as a case through your account. So it's really good because you can see what they're actually recovering. And it's great to think you can get back, like I know people have got thousands back after 18 months, because you'd be surprised how much goes wandering around or lost, or just Amazon don't bother to give us it back or whatever. And I found sometimes I've tried to get the money back, and Amazon just tell me to buzz off because they're not going to pay me, because I get annoyed when they deliver something late and I get penalised for it. But sometimes I find that GETIDA must have a way of wording it, or be, maybe they know that they won't get away with them and we'll get the money back. So, yeah. So, guys, do yourself a favour and just sign up. Even if you don't even probably have to be selling live yet, you could sign up now. And once you go live, you'll be ready to go. You're set up ready, and then you don't forget about it, because it's something that might slip your mind.
Right. So Raj is asking, how GETIDA manage if there is any back charge from Amazon after they found our lost inventory?
I'm not too sure. I never.
Maybe Yoni. Maybe
that'd be
Yoni
a question for Yoni. Yeah, I don't know the back workings of how it works. I just take whatever they give me and clap my hands, so I get excited.
Because if we didn't use GETIDA, we wouldn't have never got that money back anyway. So it's money that we sort of gladly sort of get back and sort of.
But I've got a funny feeling actually when Amazon do that lost inventory chargeback, because there's something about they hold some products in an area or something, that because I read one day they were holding a couple of my products in case they could give it to someone else. When I raised a case, I couldn't quite get my head around it. It's all too complicated for me. Probably so complicated they make it that we don't understand it, and they don't want us to understand what's going on.
Yes. So Raj, we were going to have Yoni on the call today, but he wasn't available. But we're going to do a separate webinar with Yoni in the group later, maybe next week or the week after that. So definitely ask Yoni that question directly. Victor is saying can only recover from the past 90 days. What's AFAIK?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what AFAIK. No,
I don't know what. Yeah.
Don't know what AFIK means. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what that means, but I know they do go back for 18 months, but I don't know what AFIK is.
Yeah.
But once again, Yoni can explain that in detail for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon will take back the money from us once they found the lost inventory. Take back the money. Okay. Yeah, I think that's getting a bit technical, so we'll wait for Yoni to. Hi, Mano. Good to see you. Long time.
Hello, Mano. Virginia,
hi, Virginia.
Hello.
And hi, Sunil. Okay, so there's one more thing that we want to do before we get to our suppliers. We want to talk a little bit about our listing optimization workshop that is starting next Saturday. And we want to quickly invite Verity Sewell, who is leading this workshop. Hi, Verity. How are you?
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm really excited to jump on and talk about the workshop that I've been busy putting together for everyone. So I think there'll be something for everyone in it. So hopefully today we can have a chat about it and people can get to know a little bit more about what's going on rather than just having a look at a web page. It's usually nicer to
Absolutely. So Verity, oh, wait a second. So Victor is saying, as far as I know. Oh, that's a new acronym that I've learned today.
Very good.
Thanks, Victor. Okay, so Verity, before we start talking about the workshop, do you want to just quickly give an introduction to people and tell people what your background is and what exactly you specialize in?
Sure. So a little bit about myself is that I started selling on Amazon and got into the whole Amazon thing, as most people here have done. Started from scratch, didn't know anything back in probably, I think it was 2012. So some time ago, traveled around the world, going different things. And I've been where everyone else has been. So I started from the beginning, and obviously Amazon during that time has grown into a much bigger, more competitive platform, as everyone knows it is today. You used to be able to put a listing up and you'd get a sale, whereas now there's a lot more going on to actually make that happen. So I was selling there, and I was selling in the US and throughout Europe. And I did really well out of that. And then I sort of decided to move into more consulting space. And so I worked for an agency and helped run a team there and worked with lots of clients. So my background has really been looking at hundreds of listings, literally hundreds of listings, every element, looking at what works, what doesn't work, working with clients to figure out how do they get their brand message across, as well as meet what Amazon's guidelines want. So that can be a hard thing for people to find that balance sometimes. So that's given me a lot of experience looking at listing optimization being a big part of that. So when people really get their listings up and running, are they optimized fully or not? And also some people coming to us to say, well, I've got a listing and it's not really working. What do I do? So there'll be a lot of people that are probably listening to this in that boat where they know they could probably improve things. So even if you've got a really good listing, there's usually something you can optimize and test. And what I see a lot of people doing is that they have this idea that you set and forget. And I think that's kind of come through. I mean, I remember being told that back in the day that you can put a listing up and then you can leave it. And if it's doing well and it's making money, why would you change anything? But if you're leaving money on the table, wouldn't we all like to know that we could actually improve a listing and make more money? So it's working out what are those factors that make that change. So that's kind of been my background, has really been looking at lots and lots of listings so I can hopefully come and help everyone through the workshop. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also want to talk a little bit about this format that we're going to host this workshop in. So it's going to be a live workshop, and it's going to be held over 2 days, 1 week apart. And we'll go into the specific details about the agenda and everything. But what I want to point out is that I have done a couple of these live workshops focused on product research. And we got such amazing feedback from attendees who attended those workshops that I thought that we should probably extend this kind of format to other topics that sellers are really struggling with. And that's how this listing optimization workshop kind of came about. And we've got another PPC workshop coming up as well. But I think the fact that you can get together in a room, like a virtual Zoom room with an instructor, and you are live in that room and you're talking to them and you can ask your specific questions, that is just so powerful, and it just makes such a huge difference compared to watching a video on YouTube or maybe watching a video in a course. A live workshop really does it's so much more valuable, and you can learn so much more, and you can go implement that a lot more as well. I've seen people who attended the boot camp that I did live workshop for product research. They have gone and they've implemented what they learned, and they're launching products now. So I am really excited about this format, this live format, and I think this is one of the best ways to actually learn and implement anything. So, and listing optimization, of course, is one of the things that can really affect your sales, and that's why we decided to do this workshop, and really recommend this workshop to everybody. So Robin is asking, would this workshop be useful for off Amazon sales? What do you think, Verity?
Look, in some ways, I've been asked that already from someone else as well. So in some ways, yes and no. So we're going to be basing this really about Amazon. So we're going to be specifically looking at an Amazon listing. So upfront, we'll be looking at all those elements, and that's what the research will be doing will be based on that. But there would be some crossover. So I know that, if you've got, depends what off Amazon sales you're doing. So whether or not that's like a website, it probably would relate more to a website than maybe social media. So it would depend, but there are lots of tactics that we're going to look at, especially around image design, the branding and your messaging coming across all of that. That also comes at sort of, I suppose, higher level aspect to listing optimization that would come into play with it. But this would be specifically about Amazon. So if you're wanting more content off Amazon, it's not really going to cover all of that, those extra bits.
Right. So Verity, do you want to quickly talk about the topics that you're going to cover during the workshop? And so there are 2 days. So go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Megla said, we're going to cover it off on 2 days, and it's going to go for about 2 to 3 hours per session, and hopefully everyone can sit through that, and we'll keep it, obviously because it's live and it's interactive, I'm going to try and make sure that we're all involved, but there is a lot of learning to sit through and to look at, but we're going to really make it an interactive thing. So you're not just sitting in the background watching like a presentation or something like that. And we've got things like there'll be downloadable aspects that you'll get to be able to fill in and take away, and checklists and quizzes and things like that. So that's all part of it as well. So the first day, what we're going to focus on, we're kind of trying to split it into some sort of order. So the first day, we're going to be just talking about listing optimization, looking at some live examples, getting you to have a look at your own listings and things like that. And then we're going to jump right into keyword research. So this is stuff where we're going to keep it simple. We're not going to overcomplicate everything, but we're going to really build on those aspects. So we're going to go into building a keyword bank, which is going to be something that you can actually use in your advertising later on. So it covers a lot of things we're going to use in your copy, but it will also be something that you can use later on. So we're firstly going to focus on the keywords because that's a really good foundation that you need before you go and look at anything else. And then we're going to break down all the copy. So that's looking at your titles, your bullet points, your description, if you're brand registered or you're not. So if you've got A+ content or not, we'll look at where you can put all that text, back-end keywords, all those little places where you can actually put text and where that pops up and where do you actually put that in your listing. So we're going to look at the copywriting aspect, so keywords, copywriting, and then we're going to look at a pricing strategy. So this one always seems like surely I've just got my price, I've figured out these are my costs that I got to cover, and I'll just pop that price in and we'll go from there. But it's something that I see people do that they haven't put a lot of thought about how they got to that place. So it's looking at testing all of that. So we're gonna really dive into that and give you elements of things that you can test, figure out what you can do with your pricing, so you can go away and implement it. So after day one, you'll have all those aspects. So keywords, copywriting, and price strategy that you can go away and you can start testing straight away. And you'll have a checklist of things that you can go away and also have a look for on your own time. And then we are going to come back perfect. We're going to come back on the second day. So that's going to be a week apart. So it gives you some time to just digest everything. I think we all need a little bit of time just to think through what we've kind of learned. And then we're going to be sort of diving deeper into other elements. So we're going to be looking at one of my favorite topics, images and visual content. So how can we make this work? Such an important part of your listing, and usually not done very well, which we're going to have a look at. So how can we make that really work? It's a very big part of the real estate on Amazon is your images. So how can we optimize that? We're then going to look at things like brand registry versus non-brand registry. And that sort of comes into what we spoke about with the A+ content. And how we can make that work. So some people won't be brand registered. That's okay. We're going to look at what you need to do if you're not. But people are really moving down that brand registry space. So that's really important that we look at those elements and what you can do there. We're then going to look at promotions. So a kind of an element that's forgotten about on a listing and something you can choose to do or not. But I think the more information you have, the better you can do. So we're going to look at what kind of promotions work really well, what's been my experience working with people, what they've liked to do, what are the easiest ones. So we're going to look at all those sort of things. So that will be like cross promotions, coupons, all those sorts of things. Then we're going to look at reviews. Now, reviews are something you can't really manipulate too much on Amazon. So most of you will know that. Amazon have got really, really strict rules. When I started, you could do all sorts of things to try and manipulate reviews. But now Amazon's really cracked down on that. But we're going to look at things that you can be implementing on the Amazon platform to help push that along. So we're going to be looking at reviews. And then we're going to look at variations. So I can't tell you how many people ask me about variations and if they should be doing them, if they shouldn't be doing them, how do they know what tactic? This is a really big one. If you should have a variation on your listing and you don't, it can really affect your listing. I've had people come to me and say, I've got no sales in these other products. Should this be a variation or not? And so we're going to look at when do you actually do that or don't do that. So take a variation apart or put one back together. So we're going to cover all of that topic on the next day. So 1 week apart from that. And then we've got things that were kind of built in that will be discussed throughout it. So some bonus material. So we're going to look at sort of navigating the Seller Central platform and where you can put that information. So once you've updated it, where do you actually go and put that in? We're going to look at the fact that every category is slightly different for listings, and we'll discuss that with everyone. And I'm sure there'll be questions that come from that. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but we're going to be looking at some live listing reviews. And I will be asking people to put their hand up to say, can we review your listing? And this is not about, I'll just say this up front, this is not about tearing apart a listing or anything like that, because sometimes it can be just a little tweak to something. It doesn't always have to be a full makeover. So we're going to look at every aspect, but you might just be saying, I only want to update one element of my listing, not the whole thing. So we're going to look at some other people's, if they're happy for us to do that. And if that's something you want to do, then jump in and join, because we will be looking at some live ones. And we'll be looking at examples that are just on the platform as well. And then we're going to be talking about, keeping brands cohesive, so that brand messaging, talking about the algorithm versus the human interaction on Amazon that plays a big part, especially with things like images and A+ and all of that. And then how do you validate these concepts? So how do you know, should I make this change, or I've made this change and it didn't go the way that I wanted it to, what do I do? So it's about how do we test the system and validate the ideas, and we'll be looking at split testing and things like that. And then the last one, like we said before, there'll be things that you can download and quizzes, but a big part of it that, like Megla said, is that you can interact with me throughout it. I'm really honest with whatever content I put out there. And so if you've got a really tricky question that I can't answer for you, I'll always tell you that I'm not someone that's going to just give you false answers. So it is very much about us all interacting as a group so that I can give my knowledge over to you and help you grow your business, so that you can really profit from your listing and what the hard work you've already done to get your listing up. So the only other thing I'll just sort of add in there is that this can be for sort of two groups. This can be for anyone that is about to start a listing, so you are in the middle of sourcing and getting there, or it can, and you're about to launch, you can have just launched, so you've just got it up and you're thinking, have I done this all the way that I should have? What do I do? It's a great opportunity for you to get on board with this from the get-go. Or if you're someone that's a seasoned seller, so you've had listings up for a long time, and I've dealt with a lot of clients that have been in this space where they've had listings going for a long time, and sometimes they've just got simple things that they've changed and had huge results from that. So if you're in that camp as well, there's going to be something in this for you, and it's a good chance to refresh all that knowledge, because often seasoned sellers have sort of walked away from that learning aspect. This is a great place to come back and learn what's kind of going on in the platform at the moment. So hopefully that covers everything.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Well and truly, Verity. I think that's a very comprehensive workshop for sure. And also, can't people join the Telegram group? All the attendees will be able to join the Telegram group, which will be obviously interactive, and that will continue for a week after when the workshop finishes. So people will be buzzing questions left, right, and centre through the Telegram group, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great part to this, is that once you've done the workshop, is that often when people do workshops and courses, they walk away from them and they can't, that's it. But this is a chance for you to sort of take that knowledge, digest it a little bit, and as you're testing things or making those changes, you can talk to me and other people in the group about what you're doing, what your results have been. So that's a great chance for you to sort of get on board and take some action. So really going to be a big thing about taking action and actually putting those changes into place and the things that you learn. So I think the Telegram group will be a really good resource for everyone to learn from each other.
Well, a lot of people make good friends in Telegram groups too.
Yeah.
Lifelong friends and Amazon buddies and online buddies. And I know we've joined Telegram groups. You'd be surprised who, you sort of start talking to and what you learn. It's fantastic resource.
Absolutely. I think you learn so much from each other, and what your experiences have been, covering lots of things. So it is a great chance for each person to interact, and we want people to share what's happened, what they've done. We want to talk about, have you tried to optimize your listings in the past and it's not gone so well, or you're sure you've optimized it to its potential, but now you're sort of wondering, what else do I do? That's something else, is that people have said to me, I don't know what else to do with my listing. I feel like I've done everything I can do. Where do I go to from here? And this is a great chance for people to connect in the Telegram group, where they could review each other's listings, because we'll talk about this in the workshop, but it's very hard to actually look at our own listings and critique nicely to ourselves, especially if we think it's great, or we think, oh no, I think I've made a bit of a mess of this, what do I do? So it can be good to get other people's feedback and see what they think about what you're doing as well.
Yeah, look, I think a lot of people don't realise, like, you can have the best product in the world and it can be, a really good seller if it's optimised properly. But if you haven't got, the headline right, or you've got the wrong keywords in the back end, or you haven't optimised it enough, the images you've got aren't quite up to scratch. Some people just don't really sort of step back, and, I'll get people come to me and say, oh, I've got this really great product, but it's just not selling. Well, and then you start saying, have you optimized your listing? Well, what do you mean? Well, where did you get the keywords from? What software did you use? Oh, I haven't got any software. Well, how did you write your listing? And I think there's a lot of people out there that have just started and haven't really gone and got the right information to put in their listing to start with. And I think learning from these steps that you're going to work through will show people exactly how to do it right from the get-go, because you could be live for 6 months and lose all that honeymoon period, and then you're just floundering in the background, and you've really got to start again if you then get somebody to help you redo that, main listing. And so many people I know are brand registered, gone to all that trouble. Have they got A+ content going? No. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. And I go, what about all that wasted real estate? You've got all those images you could have keywords behind. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. So I think there's so much to learn, and Verity has got it all covered in this training session. It's just brilliant. So I think, not only people who are starting to write a listing, but people who have got a listing that's maybe not doing what they really want it to do, it's a good opportunity just to go back and revisit and, put your listing up if you want some help. Hey, what a better chance, get Verity to look at your listing. Wow.
Yeah. Yes, and I will be kind. I've looked at lots of and sometimes I can spot things that other people just can't see. It can be very minor details, or talking through someone through a listing and saying, but why did you choose that? What made you go down that path? That's a really good exercise. And if we can get someone that's happy to share their listing, and I will talk through them about, tell us about all of those aspects and why you chose to do that, or what made you go down that path. Often it helps that person realize the direction they're going in. So really every element that we're going to look at, you'll have the knowledge, we'll go through the basics. We're not going to overcomplicate this at all, but it will be something that you can take that knowledge away and start doing something with it. So you will be able to put those aspects into place once you finish that workshop class, and at the end of it you can go away and test those bits, whether that's testing changing lots of things, or just changing one little element that your main image or something like that. So we'll definitely look at that, and I think looking at live listings and examples on Amazon of what people are doing in the competition, that will give you some really good ideas as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And I just want to talk about the dates as well, and the timing. So if you're watching if you're going to join this from the United States, then it's on Friday, Feb 5th and Friday, Feb 12th. Those are days 1 and 2. And these are the timings. So Pacific time, 4 p.m. to 7, Central 6 to 9, and then Eastern 7 to 10. So it's about 3 hours, and it's kind of good timing because it's Friday evening. You kind of it's not a school night, so you can spend a bit of time working. That's what we hustlers do, right? Work every opportunity we get. And then if you're joining in from Asia, Australia, and Europe, then it's on the next day. So Saturday, 6th February and Saturday, 13th February. Of course, in the UK, it's a bit late at night, but you will get replays of all of the live sessions. And in fact, the replays are sent a couple of hours after the live finishes. So after day 1 live finishes, you'll get the replay in a couple of hours. You can watch that replay, and then you can ask any questions that you might have in the Telegram group. You have up to 1 week to do that. And then same for day 2, you can watch the replay, come back to Verity in the group, or send her a one-on-one message. So Verity is available throughout, the entire 2 weeks. And so these are the timings. If you're in India, wake up bright and early, 5:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Singapore, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I think that's a really good timing. And Melbourne, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So yeah, and we do have limited seats because this is a live workshop. We don't want to have too many people joining in. So we are going to limit this to about 80 people maximum, not more than that. And we've seen that that's kind of a good number to manage based on the workshops that I've done in the past. And guys, I can say with 100% confidence that Verity is probably the best person to do this kind of a workshop, in-depth workshop, because she has been working on listings. She has herself worked on hundreds and hundreds of listings. There are so many people out there who talk about listing optimization, but they themselves don't have that experience. So, when Mark, Kevin, and I were talking about this sort of a workshop, we thought that Verity is really, really the best person to do this because she's seen it all, literally, the good, the bad, the ugly of listings. And that's the person, we wanted to teach you about listing optimization. And this is going to be A to Z of listings, right? So you can always, come back to the content anytime. You'll be able to download the videos, save them on your computer. So this is something that you can come back to again and again. And I don't think there's any other course out there that goes into so much detail, and that goes, so in depth into listing optimization. Of course, there are a lot of courses out there that, maybe have a couple of videos on the various aspects. But I think this is the only workshop that that will give you so much of information and such a deep dive into one specific topic. And of course, the fact that it's live. Yeah.
And Amazon is such a beast. You need to know all the tools and how to operate the tools for yourself. And so to go in there and work at the coal face and learn all the little intricacies yourself, and it's sort of in your mind, it's in your mindset, and then it might even help you to give you inspiration to go and find more products and more niches and things that you didn't even think of before. So there's opportunities upon opportunities that you just need to know how to go and find those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very true.
So Trish is saying that that's interesting. I think it conflicts with Gary's 7-Figure Seller Summit. I don't think so, Trish, because Gary's summit is 8th to the 12th, but then we start on the 6th, and then the day that the day 2 is on the 13th. So it's starts a day before. Yeah, it starts a day before Gary's summit, and then ends.
Yeah, that's only for the one day, so it doesn't overlap.
Yeah. Just checked. All good. Okay.
That was a good plug for Gary Huang. How much did Gary pay you, Trish?
Awesome. So guys, this is a no-brainer. I mean, if you're just starting out, this is a no-brainer. If you are experienced and you do have a couple of listings, you will definitely learn a few things here and there. So check out the workshop, and we hope to see you there live.
Yes, join. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to interact with everyone. I'm very friendly and open about what's going on. So it'll be great to meet everyone and chat and really get that content out and hopefully pass on what I've learned on to everyone else. So
Great. You really
awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Verity, for joining us today and talking about the workshop. So we'll see you around.
Yes, okay. Fantastic. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
As always, pleasure. See you, Verity. Bye.
Awesome. Okay, that workshop is going to be so amazing, really. I mean, I think I will benefit a lot.
I think we've already got some good numbers already, haven't you, Megla?
Yeah, we are. The numbers are climbing up, and I've seen two signups come in as we were doing this webinar. So
Oh, that's good.
Quick people, No, but I think Verity's experience is because I know who she was working for and what she was doing, and the amount of listings that she has looked at and helped tweak. And I've seen some of her things that she's done, and like to have that experience. It's not like just somebody who's got their own listings. I mean, she's looked at multiple, and they're quite big brands, a lot of them. So they had a lot of product. So she's really, really experienced in all aspects of it. It's really, I think it's fantastic. Cost coupon.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention the cost. So the cost is $195. That's the cost. There are no coupons. But Facebook user, who are you? Tell us who you are, first of all. And Simone, I need to attend this workshop. Yes, Simone, you're going to love it. I promise you're going to love this workshop.
You'll get heaps from it.
You'll get heaps from it. Yes, absolutely. Simone, check it out. And, reach out to me if you have any questions. Okay, so let's move on and get our first supplier. She is waiting backstage, not on one, but on two devices. She's joined on her laptop and her phone as well. So Arundhati. Hi, Arundhati. Welcome to Virtual India Sourcing Show. You're muted.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Good morning.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Arundhati, do you want to move the camera down a bit, the laptop, because we can't see your face. You're getting cut off. Okay, perfect. So Arundhati is from Studio Beach, and this is the amazing company that makes all of the wonderful eco-friendly products that we've been talking about throughout the week. So Arundhati, we're so excited to see all of your products. Margaret,
Very happy to be here.
Yes, no, it's great to have you on. And look, we actually had a sneak peek of some of your products, and it's so exciting. But I'd like you to perhaps, instead of stealing your thunder, if you'd like to explain, because we're saying you've got vegan leather, but it's really not what I think a lot of people are thinking vegan leather is. So do you want to take over and go through the whole story? I think is the best way to go.
Sure, absolutely. So before I start,
Wait.
sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
No, I want to also introduce Abhijit, my partner. He's here. So it's 8 a.m. in the morning, and
good morning.
we've opened the studio to chat with you guys. So before so thank you, Meghla, thank you, Kevin, Margaret, for having us on the show. And
Arundhati, we can't see your face. It's getting cut off. Just put the camera down a bit. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
sorry. Thank you for having us on the show. And let me start talking a little bit about why I started Bees in the first place. I think let me start with my story, and then I'll talk about our products and what we do. So my background has been an HR professional. I'm a professional by education, by qualification. I worked 17 years in the HR space. And then somewhere in 2019, I just got a little tired of what I was doing, and I wanted to start something else of my own. My father he has a leather export house, one of the oldest export houses in India, almost, I think, 45 years old. So, he was very excited when I said I want to start something of my own, because when you choose to, leave your job and start a business, and you come from an Indian business family, your parents are like, come and join our business, because they cannot understand why you were doing a job in the first place for so long. So, he said, come and start working with me. So I said, okay, wait, let me think about it. I was taking a short holiday, and sustainability and the whole thing about, so as a person, I have been very bothered about climate warming for a while now, for last few years now. And it started with small things I started doing at home. So when I started taking the break, I started looking, just to see if there were sustainable alternatives to leather. And I discovered all these materials that I did not know about, because, I was so blinkered in the HR profession that I used to work in. And so I went very excited to my dad, and I said, do you know about cork, and do you know about pineapple leather and cactus leather? And he heard me out very patiently. And then he said, listen, I have a business that makes money. I have worked very hard to set it up, so I'm not moving anytime soon. So I said, okay, and but this seems to be the future. This seems to be what I want to do, and so I set up something of my own independently, and that's how Bead started. Bead started in January 2020, and to just explain what the name means, Bead means seed in Sanskrit. And it's the origin for all types of life forms. And for us in the company, it's about respect for all life forms. So be it humans, be it plants, be it animals. So that's really the core philosophy of what we do at Beach. Okay, great. So maybe I'm ready to start my presentation.
Okay, great. So just let me know when you want me to move to the next slide.
This is my opening slide, that it's very sexy to save the planet.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with a few myths that I faced when I started business. One of the common things that we all feel is that anything vegan is sustainable. So, there's been a whole movement that's been going around about cruelty-free fur, cruelty-free leather, and which is also known as vegan leather. Most of the times, anything that is vegan leather is plastic-based. It is either PU-based or PVC-based. It's not sustainable. It has a lot of plastic. It has a lot of toxic chemicals. So no, it's not sustainable. The other myth, which is very common, is that anything sustainable is considered non-fashionable, or was for a long time. So, when I say sustainable bags, somebody is imagining a canvas bag or a cotton shopper or something made of jute. And the common feeling is that, hey, to be sustainable, I need to give up on my fashion quotient and I have to compromise on my aesthetics. Not true. And finally, we all think somebody else will save the planet. And last year taught us that that's not happening. It's on us. We need to do it. Meghla, you move. Thank you. So what has happened in the last 1 year is something I want to talk about. The whole conversation around, because of COVID and what was happening in the world, the whole climate crisis has today become a center stage conversation, especially in fashion. So everybody's today talking about the fact that fashion is very polluting. How do we make it more sustainable? More and more buyers are today looking for sustainable alternatives. More and more people are better read, better informed. And this whole space is actually going to explode in the next 4 to 5 years. It's expected to reach about $8.25 billion by 2023. And there is a whole new category that's emerging, which is called plant-based materials. So today you have materials that look and feel like leather, but is made out of cactus pulp, is made out of mushrooms, apple skin, algae, pineapple fiber, cork. There's a host of things, and there is so much active research happening in this space because you see a lot more big brands, big designers adopting this space. So you would have Stella McCartney working, and you would have Nike doing plant-based sneakers and all of that. So I personally feel there is this massive opportunity right here, because on one side there's this whole conversation around plastic, and then the other side there's all these alternatives, and more people are going to make the shift in time to come. Okay, Meghla. So who are we? We are a small eco-conscious studio based out of India. Like I said already, we are, some of the things that define us is that we don't like wasting. Everything is made on demand. All our materials are sustainable in different forms. So it could be either plant-based or upcycled. Everything is made by a single person, because we believe that when a single person makes a product from end to end, they take accountability and responsibility for how it finally looks. So yeah, these are some things that define us at Beach. Our USPs, I think I spoke about most of them earlier, but a few things I want to touch about. One is the whole thing around supply chain. Increasingly, people want to know, what has gone into my product. And if you take a product from us, you can actually track it from start to end. So where has the material come from? What are the certifications with the material? What else has gone into the material? How does it look like? So I think transparent supply chains is a big USP for what we do. We are not just vegan, we are also sustainable. Our aesthetics, and I'll let my products do the talking in a little while. You will see that they're very global in their appeal, and everything we do has a very low environmental impact. Yeah, Neha, next. Thank you. So these are some of the materials we work with, and I'm going to talk a little more about them in the subsequent slides. We are right now working with 4 main materials. Cork, that comes from Portugal. It's the bark of the cork oak. Great material to work with, and we'll speak about it in a bit. Pinatex, which comes from pineapple leaf fiber. It's a very new material. It's just about a few years old, and it's completely taken the sustainable world by storm. Kesh is a very exciting Indian handloom, which is made out of upcycling old saris. I will talk about it, and I will show you guys some pictures too. And then there's Deserto. Deserto is made out of the pulp of the cactus. It is the latest material to kind of hit the sustainable scene. It was introduced in Milan in 2019, and we are one of the first people, I think, globally to start working with these materials. Also, everything that goes into our bags, our zippers are recycled, our inner linings are all recycled yarn. So we take care to ensure that every part of the product is thoughtfully put together to make it as sustainable as possible. I have to say this, that when brands make the claim that we are 100% sustainable, I get very upset. There is nothing called 100% sustainable. But what you can do as a brand is to try and just reduce the impact as much as possible. And that's what we try to do. Okay. So cork as a material, cork is a great material in my experience to work with. It is very light, it is very durable. It is almost 1/4 the weight of leather, because cork cells are hollow and are filled with air. So, it's very strong. You can carry a big bag without weighing you down. The way cork fabric is made is the bark of the cork tree is actually stripped once every 9 years without destroying the tree, and that bark is then processed using no chemicals, very approved chemicals to make this fabric. I have a product right here, so I can show you how it looks. This is the natural cork. It has some gold flecks in it, but this comes in very nice, pretty colors, pretty shades, and I'll show that to you in a little later in the day. It is water resistant. It is antibacterial, which is a big thing, in the post-COVID world that we are dealing with. And cork's been around for a bit, actually. It's been around for a bit and is used across industries. It's used in shipping, engineering, definitely in wine bottling, many places. I'm really happy I discovered cork. It's a great material to work with. Pinatex. Pinatex is a material that has been developed by a company which is headquartered in Spain. So the interesting story about Pinatex actually is it's been developed by a lady called Dr. Carmen, who used to be a leather consultant, and she used to travel the world consulting brands on sourcing leather. And in one of her trips to Philippines, she discovered, that the pineapple fiber, which is after the harvest, she found that it was very durable and strong and had a lot of leather properties. So she started working and experimenting with that fiber. And really that's how Pinatex came about. And Pinatex has, since then, I think, been sweeping awards across the world. It's been totally changing the way people have started looking at plant-based leather. Very durable. So, I see people using it for clothes, shoes, home upholstery, accessories, can be used across a variety of industries. Not just vegan, also REACH certified, GOTS certified. It actually comes with a laundry list of certifications. It's a slightly expensive material to work with. But then again, having said that, it's a material that has been patented by research. So there is just one company in the world that's doing it today. And if you want to work with Pinatex, you have to source it from that one space. So, but it's a fabulous material to work with. Yeah. Deserto. So Deserto is made from the pulp of the cactus. It comes from Mexico. It's developed by a company called Adriano Marti. They, again, interestingly, come from the leather space. And a few years back started researching on vegan options to leather and have developed Deserto. I have one right here that I can show you. They have some very exciting colors, and this is one. It has this very nice patent leather kind of a look and feel. They also have different colors now, different textures now. Again, vegan, low impact, tons of applications for it too. Does water resistant, many. And And finally, I like talking about kesh because it's an Indian material with a very exciting story. So, of course, sari is our national outfit. And I mean, you can only just imagine how many saris get discarded every year. So, kesh is a material where you take saris and only cotton saris, and you tear them into thin strips and you reweave them into a handloom material. And it is woven on looms which do not use electricity. So it is upcycled, sustainable, and I think as sustainable as it gets, really, because you're not bringing anything new into the world. You're taking something that already exists and weaving it into something very beautiful. I have this right here, and I want to show it. It's a beach tote that we've designed for someone, and it's been made using kesh. So if you look closely, you will see all these different lines, different strips of saris that have been woven together. And the exciting thing about kesh is no two bags will be the same, because no two weaves will be the same. So you can have pink fabric, but that pink might have green in between, yellow in between, red in between, purple in between, depends on what strips the weaver gets while he's weaving that. And there is no way he can also tell what the fabric will finally look like until he's finished weaving it. So it comes from West Bengal, which is the eastern part of India, and is again used a lot in bed linen, upholstery, cushion covers, things like that. We brought it into bags. We use it with leather trimmings and upcycle leather trimmings. So the good thing is, because my dad has a leather factory, as I spoke to you guys about, we get a lot of leather that gets thrown away. We pick it up, we repurpose it into accents and trimmings, and that's how we get our leather and kesh bags. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, a little bit about my unit. We have 2 units. So I work out of Mumbai, and I have a team of 10 people here. We also have a whole unit back in Kolkata. So so for us, it's very easy to scale up or scale down. We have the capacity to do 3,000 to 5,000 pieces per month, depending on designs across the board, 2 units. And the good thing is we have very experienced team, and obviously the team that today has made a shift from leather to sustainable materials. And interestingly, I think my first a lot of people ask me, is it difficult to shift consumer mindset? And I tell them, yes, it is, but it's even tougher to change the mindset of your own team. So, the truth of the matter is that everything that is sustainable, unfortunately, today is a little bit more expensive. So if you want to work with recycled yarn as your lining, it's expensive. If you want to use recycled zippers, they are more expensive. And when I talk to my team here, they keep telling me, why do you do this? Why can't you shift back to the regular one? Nobody will find out. And I tell them, no, this is what defines us. We can't do this. And I think they think that I'm just wasting my dad's money. I have no business sense in that sense. But I tell them, guys, you got to be true to what we're trying to do, and the rest will follow. So yeah. And what do we offer? We can, especially when we do private labeling, an end-to-end partnership, starting from sourcing the material. We have a design team. So in case you want to customize some designs, you want to give us some design references, our team can do that for you, to delivery. We are happy to work with smaller MOQs. And when I say smaller, definitely smaller compared to China. I think also because one of our philosophy is we don't want to waste. So if someone comes to me saying it's new and we want to try it with a smaller number, we are always happy to have that conversation. We understand the space. I think we've spent 1 year, and due to lockdown and COVID, we had a lot more time to research and read and grow and learn in the whole space. We are very obsessed about quality and workmanship, and I think that's one thing I've taken from my dad. I've grown up in his factory, going and working there on summers and holidays, although I never was a part of the business actively, to say that you cannot, compromise on quality, come what may. And we have an experienced team who understands production as well as fashion. A little bit of what our clients say. I'm not going to read it out. Just a few of our products, I put them up there, but I am going to show you guys a few more around the studio. And yes, that's my last slide. I'm happy to take questions. I'm happy to show.
Yeah, that was awesome. Let's take a few questions. Margaret,
that's fabulous.
You're muted.
That's fabulous.
Can you switch to the other camera?
So Virginia is saying, I grew up in Miami, Florida with cork floors, loved them. Okay, here's a question from Victor. How durable are the 4 main eco-vegan leathers compared to conventional PU leather?
So, okay. So I think they are almost, I would say they're comparable. Firstly, in my personal experience, PU is not very durable. So if you use it for a very long time, you will see it scratching off on the corners and edges after a year and a half of use. Cork has been around really, really long. So I think there has been a lot of research, R&D on kind of making the material what it is today. So I have, the good thing about having a company is you get to use all the products first. So I have been using a cork wallet for over a year and a half now. I think ever since we started, and I'm going to try and take it out and show you here. And it is there is nothing that has gone wrong with it, except that it's perhaps got a little dirty because I leave it here and there. But cork can be very easily cleaned with just some warm water and soap. So cork is very durable. Same as for Pinatex. I have been using Pinatex also for a long time. To be honest about Deserto, while the company has published a lot of research about how durable it is, and if you choose to work with cactus leather, they will share all the technical specifications, etc. It's just been around a year and a half. So when someone asks me that question, that does it last for 5 years, my answer to that is even they don't know, and they are figuring it out. But my experience with these companies is they invest heavily on R&D and research. And in fact, every new batch of material that you order with them, it's always better than the first one, because they're continuously improving on those materials. So you see, I got myself a bag made out of cactus leather. So I'm trying to use it now and see, how it does for me. So then I can answer these questions.
Right. So let's see. Victor is also saying, I've been 100% vegan since 1987, way before it was cool. Beer is saying, good morning. Okay, Trish, can you give a price indication for the Cache tote? It is just stunning.
Do you have the other color? So these range from about, it depends on, again, how much quantity are you buying, things like that. But it could go anywhere from maybe 12 to 16 euros. So we have
dollars.
We have it in different colors. See, that's a smaller size in a different color combination.
Isn't it cool how she reaches out her hand and the bag appears?
She has a good assistant.
One of the things, you got to choose your team well. See, that's a little odd. Yeah. And Yeah, same. So then you have color options.
Right. And how is it stiff? So, like, is there like a board or something inside that makes it stiff, or because if it's made from that starry material?
What we use is a board, and in fact, the board we use, I'm glad you asked me that question, Meghla, is a board which is made out of pine cellulose. So that's also a biodegradable board in some sense. So yes, it gives the product some structure. Although it's it's also stiff because it is a little stuffed inside just to give it the form.
And the
Okay.
material itself is
Yeah.
also quite happy.
Yeah, it's a strong material. It's a strong material. It's very, very, and that's why it's been used in upholstery for so many years now.
That is beautiful. So, guys watching, if you like this bag, give the post or give this video a heart. Let's see how many people like this bag. Give it a heart if you like it. What do you think about this? Okay, so a couple more questions. Raj is saying, do you support OEM for smaller MOQ? If yes, what will be the MOQ?
I think our MOQs could go anywhere 75 pieces north. But it would depend. I would have to understand what is the product we're looking for, what is the value of that product, just to ensure that it kind of fits into the export parameters as well. But yeah, I'm happy to have a conversation on that.
Okay. Vandana is asking, which of these materials render like buttery soft leather?
I think some bits of deserto. So the material I was speaking about right here, it has a very shiny, patented leather kind of a feel. But I also think cork works beautifully. Can you see some of these cork bags? So I want to show you this bag. I like this bag very much, actually. It's a laptop tote.
Wow.
That looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And cork has a very, again, it's looking, it's structured so that if it's empty, it doesn't fall off. But yet it's soft. It feels beautiful. I'm a big fan of cork.
We're getting a lot of hats here. You do have a retail website, right, Arundhati? I mean, I am getting tempted to just buy one piece for myself. Yeah.
That's nice.
They look really well made, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Virginia is saying laptop tote. What does it look like inside? Could you maybe
What is
show
it?
it from inside?
Yes, I could maybe start the piece of paper. I'm going to remove the stuffing. One moment. Yeah. So it has a compartment for your laptop.
Can you put it in front of the camera a bit? Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there.
Show it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Okay.
Compartment. And on the other side, there is a zipper pocket, and there are two other pockets to put in your mobile and cards and everything else that you might need. And this fabric that you see, this checkered fabric here, again, it's 100% consumer recycled yarn. Abhijit, can you show them the Pinatex bag here? I can see some questions around Pinatex on the group. So I want to show you what Pinatex looks like as a fabric, as a material. Yeah.
Yeah, it's small.
That's what it looks like. It has a very, a leather kind of a feel.
It's leathery, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Victor is asking, what about mushroom leathers?
We haven't started working with that yet, but it's on my list to do.
And
Apple as well. And I have seen, I've been following the development. I follow a lot of research around what new materials are coming. Mushroom looks very exciting. And so does apple skin. Apple skin actually looks like the soft, buttery leather. But I couldn't be able to talk about it till I actually work with it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say Arakoni. Hi, Ravi, how are you? So he is asking, if we wash it, will it lose its shape? this is due to the board is not waterproof?
You're not supposed to wash any of them. Like, you're not supposed to put it in the washing machine, but all of them can be very easily just cleaned with warm water and soap.
Yeah, just a sponge sort of a wash. Yeah.
Same. I want to show this back.
And caused by
Ravi, you should definitely consider this for your brand. So Ravi is like a big buyer for a lot of South American brands, and he supplies to all of these big retail stores in South America. So Ravi, new product for you.
This is a cork and Pinatex combination. So the mulberry is Pinatex. This is cork. Crossbody, it comes with a strap. So you see the straps inside down there. So all you got to do is just let it air dry. Clean it with some soap and just let it air dry, and nothing will happen to it. The color won't come out. It won't lose its shape. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah.
Right. So is Pinatex soft? And then is the Pinatex embossed, or is that the natural surface texture?
It is embossed. Because if you see Pinatex as a material, it's actually multiple layers of pineapple fiber that are compressed together, which is what also makes it biodegradable. So fine, once you're done with the product and it's used, it is a 90% biodegradable material. All the bottom layers of it can biodegrade except for the top layer, which is treated with some level of colors and some level of, because you actually put this on the surface, the whole leather thing. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, just gorgeous products. I like how they're all finished nice inside as well. Like when you showed us the inside, it looked as nice as the outside. It was beautiful.
Arundhati, when we come to Delhi to visit the fair, when we can travel again, you could come to our conference and show everybody your products, I think.
And we can all buy a bag.
We've also started doing wine bags now. So
they're lovely.
What are these made from?
Yeah. So this is made out of cork. So this is a design pattern that Abhijit has developed. So he's also a designer. So
beautiful.
Yeah. Clever.
Very nice.
So even that.
Yeah. And we've started. We're really expanding our range right now.
Scraps.
So this is basically scraps. So we don't like to throw anything away. So we collect all our scraps and we've made it into a pattern.
Beautiful.
Oh, that looks lovely.
But then no two pieces are the same, right?
No.
Would they be different?
They could be similar, but somewhere this could be perhaps another color, but the overall design would be the same, because this is, again, it looks like just scrap put together, but there's a lot of science behind it. We're also doing belts now. I wanted to show a little bit of our belts, and also because at least in India, we found that vegan belts is a huge, good quality vegan belts is a huge opportunity. So made of cork.
Beautiful. Hi guys. Hi Arundhati. Payman is here. I think Payman has spoken to you. Congrats on your beautiful products. Yeah, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, fantastic.
No, and I think this would be a great story. I mean, for somebody to take this on as one of their brands, that'd just be fantastic, because it's so new and so different. I mean, you're not going to have any competition. You're going to be the standout, and you can then command the price. Who are you competing with?
Absolutely. And so this is their website. Mana, you're asking for their website. Thank you so much, Raj, for putting in the links in the chat. So studiobeach.com. Yeah, that is the website. So in terms of pricing, are they significantly higher than leather or PU products, or because they look so gorgeous? I mean, they really look very high end, and something that
that's what I took the words
hundreds of dollars. Is it like hundreds of dollars or something like that?
They are premium, let me say that, right? So if you're expecting to get a price that is absolutely comparable to PU, that won't happen. But honestly, in my opinion, the people who are buying these products, and I can only say, from our direct customers here in India, are people who understand the difference. They're not even looking for a comparable price, because when we talk about these products, you have to talk about why these materials are different and why they are, expensive, and why, because each one of them has a very huge climate story to it. And an environmental impact to it. So cash actually is not that expensive, but everything else, and also expensive because if you want to buy cactus leather today, or you want to buy Pinatex, there is just a single company in the world that's making it. So you could be a designer or a manufacturer sitting anywhere in the globe, but if you want to work with these materials, you have to go to them. So there's also, there's also that much more exclusive in that sense. So yes, they are a little more expensive.
So Victor's asking, what do you have for men?
What do you have for men? So we're adding a whole men's category now, Victor, this month actually. So we are starting with unisex things like passport sleeves, wallets, card cases, iPad cases.
Laptop.
Do we have that laptop sleeve? It's inside there, that cork one. I don't know where it is.
I'll show you.
Show this one. So this is, I can show you mine. This is my laptop sleeve, which goes in. So here, it's again, it's a handloom material with leather. So there's a zipper here for your charger. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket behind. It's got my and.
Wonderful.
No, that's nice and compact, isn't it? I mean, so you could just slip that inside something else. It's not like a big laptop bag that you're carrying. That's really compact.
Yeah. So, and we make it 2 sizes. So here, you can easily put in your book and your laptop here. And yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
No, beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think if somebody has ideas, you could develop very unique products. These are, of course, bags, wallets, and, some of the products that Arundhati has. But if someone has an idea, they could definitely be very creative with all of these materials. So like the wine bottles, right? I mean, you could do gift bags or something.
We are now doing cutlery cases, for example, Meghla, because lots of people now don't want to consume plastic cutlery. They want to travel with their own cutlery. So we're doing cutlery cases. We are doing cork coasters. So I want to show this to the group here. So that's this is our packaging. Okay.
Oh wow.
So
looks
when
like
you order
a
on our store, it comes to you in a 0 plastic packaging. And
so even your packaging is eco-friendly.
Very eco-friendly. And the funny thing is sometimes we put our pictures of our packaging on Instagram, and it's happened to us so many times that people write to us saying, price please. And I'm like,
oh, I was just thinking you could use that as another like laptop bag. That looked to me like almost like a laptop bag.
This is a laptop.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So Raj is asking, does your website have all these designs, or do you have something new that's not on your website?
It has most of what we launched till last month, but we're also adding a lot more this month. You want to show them the details? This is a laptop sleeve, yeah. Made of cork. And that's leather.
Yeah.
I just almost want to reach out and touch it and feel what it's like.
I'll have to tell you, Meghla, pictures don't do justice to these materials, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think we get a lot of that as a review from our customers saying, hey, we took a leap of faith and we bought it. But almost 100% of the times when they see the real material, it's far better than what it looks in our pictures. And if you see our website, we have very nice pictures because Abhijit is a photographer. So, so that's one cost we save. But always.
I have been exploited.
See, I want to show this bag.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is made out of pinocket with quilting, and it has a wooden handle.
That's quaint.
Stunning. Yeah. Very classy.
Wow.
Have it in red, mulberry, black. And I want to talk about one other thing that we do. So you see that's our logo right here.
Yeah.
We don't use pins because we feel that it's hard to recycle them. So we embroider our logo. This is one small step towards trying to stay sustainable.
Can we see that inside? Does that open out as is that one handle? How does that open?
How does it open? Like this.
Yeah. Oh, right.
It's on one side.
So it's magnetic.
Magnetic, yeah. Great.
And it also has like studs below so that it can stand on its own.
So you can make it stand on a table if you go for, dinner. You can put it on the table right there.
Great.
Yeah.
I love that. Lovely.
I love those bags. Lois is saying, unfortunately, we would have to put it in a poly bag as well for Amazon, wouldn't we, Marg? What do you think, Marg? Do you really need to?
I'd put it in something, maybe even maybe not a poly bag, but you can get those more, I don't know, zipper like cloth type bags. I think it'd just to be nice to have it in something to protect it because it still would get wrecked, whereas it would be a nice opening experience to take it out of that zipper and then have it in the nice bag. I'd hate to get that and have it marked, somebody stuck their shipping sticker or something on it, UPS. So I think it'd be nice to actually have it in something because you wouldn't want that to be destroyed because I'd want to use that for something. I'd want to recycle that.
So how do you ship them, Arundhati? Because you are doing e-commerce on your website. Are they in a bag?
Yeah,
or a box?
In boxes. Yeah, because also, for some of these bags, it's important that the structure doesn't get spoiled. So we put them in boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So Lois, it would be a box rather than a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what. If it's a laptop sleeve, it can go into a envelope kind of a packaging because if it's a bag, I would, and they're expensive bags, so I wouldn't take the chance of putting them in a way that they get spoiled.
Yeah, in a nice box. Yeah. No, it's a great idea.
So Vandana is asking, can you put our brand logo on the pieces? Yes, right?
Yes, we could. If you are choosing a design which is different from what's on our website, yes, absolutely.
So they could probably modify some of the designs that you have.
They could also share any designs they have in mind.
Or we can develop.
You give me a reference saying what you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah, no, great.
Beautiful.
Pizza type boxes will help.
Yeah. Oh my God. What is that?
That's the new bag that we are launching this month for Valentine's.
Can you show the inside?
Yeah.
It's like a bucket bag, is it? Yeah.
It's got a velvet opening. It opens up like this.
Yeah.
It's a drawstring opening. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Pizza type boxes will help. Awesome. So yeah, we're running out of time, and we could go on and see all of your bags over here.
Beautiful.
Just stunning. Well, congratulations, Arundhati. I mean, you are running such an amazing company, and I really feel that you are a huge visionary and a very, very dynamic entrepreneur. So we are really rooting for you. And
very talented designers too.
Yeah.
Yes, no,
Fantastic.
that's beautiful. Something. I bet everyone's been on the site. They probably haven't been watching. They've probably all been on buying a bag.
I'm going to look at the website.
There's obviously huge opportunities to sort of partner with here in some ways to get some stuff, OEMs. I mean, we've only seen the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure she's got a myriad of different designs that people could, sort of differentiate for the, online space.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, guys, this is Arundhati's email address, arundhati@studiobeach.com. Gorgeous. I couldn't wait to see this. Yeah, Vandana was asking me yesterday, like, when is beach coming? So many people were asking us. So, yeah, fantastic, Arundhati. Thank you so much for your time today and for sharing all of this, all of your products and your story with us. And also thanks to your assistant backstage.
Thank you. For all your viewers, our social media handles are Studio Beach, both on Facebook and Instagram. So we keep, putting out a lot of our new stuff on Instagram. So that's where you'll see our new releases even before it hits our website. So please follow us. And thank you, Kevin, Maj, Meghla, for giving us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you for
Lovely
coming
meeting you
and spending your time with us on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, Payman is saying, I have to thank you, Meghla, for connecting me with these awesome people. I've been talking with both Ari and AJ, and they've been extremely helpful, knowledgeable. I'm working with them with my project. We'll keep you guys posted with more details later.
Fantastic. There you go.
Well, I also have to give a shout out to Rehan from Ryan International, who actually told me about your company. And he manufactures genuine leather products. So, guys, in case anyone's looking for genuine leather, go talk to Rehan from Ryan International. He's in our group as well. But yeah, he was the one who actually told me about your company. So I'm really glad he did.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. But thank you so much, Arundhati. And we'll see you in the you're in our Facebook group as well, right? So we'll see you in there.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully when we come to India, we can see you.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
No, they're awesome.
Wow.
They're awesome. I
Excellent.
have like butterflies in my stomach.
Which bag are you getting, Meghla?
I have to go to their website and look at which one I want now. But they're so beautiful and they look very high quality, but not too expensive. So,
I like that little one with that little handle that sort of had the magnetic thing, the little shape. I love that.
Yeah.
That was so different.
I like the wine. The wine bags are really different and cute as well.
Great. Yeah, that'd be a good even gift with a bottle of wine. I like to give someone, instead of buying a bottle bag, going a little bit upmarket. I think that'd be great.
I just think if you had sort of like even with the case, how many saris would get reinvented in India? How many in India? Sari.
Those ones that touch and feel.
It's beautiful stuff. But to put that story together and you develop a brand around that story, I know we keep harping on about that, guys, but that's another possibility, isn't it? Put those two together and have this fantastic, story behind the product. Brilliant.
Yeah, Lois, me too. I just wanted to reach out and touch the material. It looked very soft, and especially the cork ones. They look very smooth and soft, and I do want to just feel and love to shop like this.
No, you've got to be able to buy.
You have to buy. You have to source, not shop. You have to source, Vandana, in bulk. Okay, so let's move on. Our next supplier is waiting backstage, and this is also an incredible company, really interesting products. They make home products that are made from wood and resin materials, and the combination of the two, wood and resin, just incredible products. Okay, so let me invite Sushant from the Artigiano. Hi, Sushant. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Sushant. Sorry to keep you waiting in the background there. Sort of super excited with our last one there. You want to tell us about your company and what products you have, and just give us a little bit of a backstory.
Yeah, let me share the presentation. Okay, go for it, Sushant.
The Artigiano company. We considered ourselves as a furniture consultant in Jodhpur. We are the manufacturer of acacia wood and combination of resin furniture. This is basically the totally new, and it starts with some uniqueness in the product. We are specialized in tabletops, serving trays, chopping board, wall clocks, key hangers, and many more small products also and big products also. We have the specialized team in-house. We work totally in-house, no such type of big machine we use. Only some wooden parts to use wooden machines used to cut the simple small job work. But all the works are done on the hand work.
Right.
Uh,
So Sushant, you can just tell me when to go to the next one. Yeah. Okay.
okay, let's next forward. Please to the
Keep
next
moving.
slide. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Come to the presentation on the product slide.
Okay. So you want to
Yeah,
talk about this as well? 50,000. Yeah.
yeah. Currently, till in 2 years, we have sold 50,000 units to all over the world. Like currently, we are doing for Spain and Germany as a container in epoxy furniture, and selling to the online platform also on ETSY. ETSY, many architects and engineers are connected on that platform, and they are taking the product from us and selling and on the ETSY platform.
Okay. So on Etsy, you're selling on Etsy.
Yes. And this is our special range in epoxy. This
Mm.
type of furniture we are making. Small trays, serving trays, chopping boards, dining tabletops, specialized.
I really like the combination of resin and
Yeah.
wood, right? Right, Kevin, Mark, what do you think?
Very nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna just keep
So the
moving.
products, these are products made in very in very good environment. We can take care of dust, and we think that in if epoxy we use, which is very clear and very smooth and finishes wise also. You can see the transparency level also here in the resin product. Gloss finish.
Look at that one. That's beautiful.
We use food grade finishes on that, so that there is nothing bad smell occurs in the product while using in it. We can take almost most care in that finishes level.
Yeah, this one is really nice, and I mean, you could make this pattern in any product, right? You could do trays or
Yes,
laptop stands, anything
So
basically.
that's just an inlay on the top, whereas the others done in like a mold, are they? So it's set in a mold or something. How are the other ones done with the pieces? Do they go right through? Does the resin go through to the other side, or is it sitting
uh,
on the top?
this is a design making through the CNC machine. Leaf pattern making on the CNC design. Then we will fill the epoxy in that, and then we make the finishes level.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And for this one, so is it resin all through? Like over here,
Yeah,
for example, this is all resin. Okay.
this is
Mm,
complete resin, and top coat is also a small layer of epoxy coated.
right.
Hmm. Kevin, you're muted, I think.
Mm.
Resin products are especially time-made products. They take time, but when it's completely made, then its beauty is come such
Wow.
a at a great level. These are the wall clocks. In any design, you can make it in different colors.
Right.
That looks like a globe. That one above there. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
This one, right?
No,
And
yeah,
so
up further. Yeah, the one, that
if
one
people
there.
had their own designs, you could sort of from people designs, you could make them from people's own designs.
Yes, yes, we can make any design customization
Yeah,
design. In wood,
yeah,
there is
great.
nothing fixed. We can make such a custom and availability of wood. We can make anything. This is
This
all
one here looks
handmade.
like that one there looks like a ball, but it's an actual
Yeah,
flat. But see how
Yeah.
it looks like a
yeah,
ball?
they're beautiful.
That's lovely. That's great.
Mm.
Yeah, they look three-dimensional.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
So then, but Sushant, is each piece unique in the design, or can you make the same design,
No,
for
man.
multiple
Not
pieces?
in resin products. Nothing is same. Everything is a unique design. Availability on wood. and the designs which comes in the resin at the making time of production. It's completely unique. Nothing is fixed. Almost the size and colors, bit colors also are different in production wise.
Okay. So I guess, Mark, that's something that people need to take into account, right, when they're selling in Amazon, because you want to make sure.
Because if you wanted 100 of them or 200, you'd need them to be very similar, or it'd be very hard because people wouldn't be happy because it wouldn't be what was in the picture. So that could, you just have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
We have to currently we are making a 50-50 wall clock. Then designs bit changes, but trying to completely making match in color wise and in shade wise. But as per wood, it's not completely different.
Yeah, I think
the wood shop is going to be different.
Yeah, the color of the wood and the shade and the lines on the wood.
Yes.
I think that's the beauty of it, though, right? Because I mean, it is natural wood.
Yeah, but as long as it had the blue around the edge the same, it would be okay. I think it's just as long as you didn't lose that look. If the grains were different, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So what's the weight of these wall clocks?
It's almost 3 kg, almost with packaging.
Oh, wow.
Around 3 to 4 kg.
That's not too bad.
How big are these? How big are these? What's the diameter?
Size is 16 inches.
15 inches, wow, okay.
16 inches diameter, almost all clocks. 16, 18, depending.
Oh, nice.
And these are the chopping boards. Chopping boards, serving trays. All are completely different in designs, wood designs.
So that'd be a good Mark, what do you think of them?
Yeah, no, they're really different. No, I think they're great. Because chopping boards and cheese boards and all that are quite in demand on Amazon, but that's a different look. So you're in the same niche, but you've just got something that's going to stand out on the page. So it's very different, but it's a good niche because there's always a lot of demand for chopping boards and cheese boards and all those things.
Yeah.
We are taking care for the food product because the chopping board is also used for food. So we use the finishes and the epoxy grade, which is it's also food friendly. So nothing is harmful to anyone to use while on the food grade.
Yeah, so it's all FDA approved. Yeah.
So what is the approximate cost of the wall clock? Vandana is asking.
Wall cost clock is almost nearby $15 to $20 approx. Yeah, on the, if the epoxy is higher, then it costs close to $25 highest.
Okay, and that's FOB price, right?
Yeah.
So these are high end, and I guess it also depends on the volume. So if you do more, then the price would come down.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no.
These are the products completely new and unique in the epoxy furniture. Yeah, black one is a wooden log. It's completely wooden slab is cut down and then we put it on the frame and pour the epoxy. Completely natural look.
Yeah. And is that flat pack? Sorry, go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it flat pack? The table?
Yes.
Is it flat pack? Is the table flat pack? Like, can it be?
Yeah. No. It's foldable.
Foldable. Okay.
Foldable,
yeah.
And what about that little one in the middle? The one with the aqua, is that because those legs come off and pack flat? The three with the one with the aqua in the middle, little table or stool, whatever it is.
This is coffee table.
Coffee table. Okay.
Coffee table.
Is this foldable as well, like flat pack?
Yes. All the legs are the foldable.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's really different too.
So Vandana is asking, what actually is resin? So Sushant, do you want to tell us what kind of material is resin? What is it made from?
Resin is actually it's a basically chemical, liquid chemical, which when we pour it in the frame, it's completely liquid, but after 3 to 4 hours, it becomes hard rock completely. it's possible and impossible to crack this material. It completely became dropped. And resin, you can say it's basically liquid chemical, nothing else new. You can go for it.
Right.
Ma'am,
Okay. So yeah.
you can share. I can share my screen while with the catalog. Completely have a bit look on that. Let me.
Megla, can we go back to the chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice chairs. They're
lovely.
For the dining table purpose.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you also make a lot of other types of furniture, not only this
Yeah.
resin and wood
But
combination.
we specialize in epoxy resin furniture now. This is the range we doing also side by side, but we are specialized with the epoxy furniture. We can do resin in everything range. In cabinets also, in chairs also, developing the chairs also right now with the epoxy resin.
Wow. That'd be interesting. Chairs and stools.
Yeah, they're lovely chairs. They're great design.
Beautiful. Yeah, they're lovely.
The two in the middle.
I can show you the chair in just a minute while sharing my screen.
No, I think let it be. Do you want to share your screen, Sushant? Do you have?
Yes, ma'am. For the first some images. Just a minute, ma'am.
Okay, you can try it because yeah, see if it works. Okay, so let's just go through the other slides over here. So just some photos of wood procurement.
This
Workshop.
This is our completely warehouse setup. We are
Yeah.
making dust-proof environment like the frame we using in that case. This is just a minute, ma'am. This is the frame of the table top.
Oh, that's how they do it.
We pour the dust in that layer by layer. The coffee is poured in that.
So you have this frame, and then first you keep these two pieces of wood, and then you pour epoxy on the side and middle. And then you let it
the coffee is also poured by layer, not you to pour in completely one because it's poured completely cracked because it's getting on higher dry level.
So that it dries. Yeah.
And see how it looks like it looks like a you can have like a feature like sort of it looks like water or
like a river running down the table,
like a landscape, you know. And I've seen some on sort of websites, and you see like you can have like a scene, with different things happening.
Yeah. And what if you want to put some stuff inside it, like
shells
or pebbles?
Yeah,
or, you can put
pebbles.
things.
Sure. We also put some pebbles. I can show in my catalog also.
Yeah, these are nice, very innovative. I haven't seen any other companies doing this. So then this is the final sanding. So first you do that, fill in the resin, and then final sanding of top at white belt sander machine so that calibration and level of top must be equal. Okay.
Yes. This is the process of sanding.
That's the process. Okay, so wood procurement, cutting and panel making, sanding, quality check, multi-layered packing, and last mile delivery.
Ma'am, can I share my screen?
Yeah, I can't see your screen here yet, so try to.
Is this screen sharing?
Yeah, we can see it.
This is the catalog. Are you looking?
Yeah, we're seeing the catalog. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the pebbles in the epoxy table top.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You can make it full screen.
Okay.
Yeah, just make it full screen. Yeah.
This is the type way making the resin. Pebbles use different types of sea tables, small tables.
Okay.
This is a completely epoxy with flat coat, top coated dining table top.
That looks like fire.
I could see that in a men's study or something.
It does. It looks like a flame, doesn't it, if you stand up?
Yeah.
Don't you think that'd be nice in a study or something for a guy? Like something really different in an office or something?
Definitely, yeah. In a man cave.
Yeah, in a man's office.
Yeah.
So Sushant, someone is saying, I have been looking for epoxy resin tables. Do they do live edge?
Yes.
Sushant, you can go back to the presentation on your screen.
Yes.
We can see you. Yeah, keep the presentation there. We can see you. So do they do live edge? What is live edge?
Live
Do
edge.
you know that?
Just a minute.
Oh, you have that as well.
This is the live edge, which is completely raw and natural. Whatever the design.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
No, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's your
fantastic.
Facebook reader.
This is
That's the answer to your
There's your,
question.
there's your tables. Step right this way. I like
is
that.
live edge.
That looks like
Oh.
glass. That looks great. Wow.
So that's totally transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the level of our transparency, which and most important thing, epoxy becomes yellowish in 6 to 7 months. But we make it like small tinted, making with a blue color and mixed with blue and black color. Then the yellowish didn't come to till 2 years. Then the clarity level becomes like that till 2 years if we make it in some tinted color shade.
Okay, so it doesn't turn yellow for 2 years.
Yes. This is our USP, and also we use single products in live edge, making we directly source the live edge wood from the timber yard, so that it completely look natural look.
Yeah.
That's great.
This is the table also with green shade. This is completely live edge. You can see at the right corners also and in center also.
Vandana is asking, could you use these as a wall in a shower or in a bathroom? Probably
Sorry.
not.
It's not waterproof though, is it? I don't think.
Yeah, because they're wood.
Yeah, but it's got the
Saying-
resin. If you put the resin on it.
Yeah, we can put it resin, but it's not useful in the humidity environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The
Not
steam
the
and
right
everything.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is table, small coffee table with completely diversified.
You could probably do small bathroom items like maybe a tissue paper holder, toothbrush holder, like a
Yeah.
whole bathroom set. You could probably do something like
Yes.
that.
These are under currently we are developing some small kitchen products like many designs in chopping boards and trays. Then we can move forward to them also.
Right.
We basically first making tabletops, then we came to the small products on wall clocks, then we came to the serving board chopping trays are under developing, then we can go to small other products also.
Right. Yeah. So Imran is asking, do you also manufacture acacia wood spoons?
No, currently not we are making spoons.
Okay, no. Okay, one more question from Chris. Is there special duties or tariffs exporting to USA for these wooden items?
Sorry, ma'am, can you repeat this?
Are there any special duties? Are there any import duties or tariffs exporting to USA for these wooden items?
No. It's completely like with other furniture. You can also import the furniture. Nothing is extra and then nothing more different with other furniture. It's easy, normal, good.
Right. So whatever duties there are on furniture, Chris, those would be the
Yeah.
duties applied to this. And I don't think there are any additional duties on wooden products from India. Like from China, there still are some additional duties on a variety of products, including wood, but not from India yet.
Not from India right now. India is currently best source for the import. That's why this completely resin product is sourced from China. But after COVID situation, all the buyers and clients are diverted to India, and our resin products are become from higher levels in production.
Yeah, they can be very cost effective. I mean, because of the tariffs. So Vandana is asking, can you make big fruit bowls? Meaning, can you make things not so flat?
Fruit
Like,
bowls.
can you make bowls?
Yeah, this is easily available. We are making fruit bowls also currently right now with the chopping board.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
All that you can see, all the tables have unique designs in the wood also and in epoxy resins also. Nothing is matched with another table. All have same other different design.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So someone is asking, are these tables for drop shipping and selling on Amazon specifically, or general exporting and drop shipping? Where can we view pricing? So yes, you can definitely. I mean, these are not for drop shipping. These are for sourcing in bulk quantities. So what you would do is contact the supplier, and then you would give them your design, or specify what
Yes.
kind of product you want, and then what is your MOQ, Sushant?
We make a single product also, and we make bulk product also. There's nothing special MOQ. We can currently business with all types of clients. We are on currently India Mart also, and we are on Trade India also. Trade India is for bulk supply, bulk clients, and India Mart is for retail clients. So we are currently working with both the clients. So there is nothing MOQ and business in that.
Okay, so you can do small orders as well. So let's say somebody wants, 100, 200 pieces,
Yes.
or
Yes,
even
yes.
less. That is
Yes.
right.
They really do. I like that.
Yeah. And Facebook user, sorry, I don't know your name, so I'm calling you Facebook user. We are going to share their email address in a bit. So just hang tight. Okay. Any more that you wanted to show?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, look at that.
Did that have a light under the table or something?
Looked like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, so let me know when it's open, then I'll share your screen. You can take your time. I think that's what you try to do at VIS. I mean, try to bring, unique products and innovative. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that one.
This is wall clock. The different designs, randomly, different shades. All have different design, different colors. Size is same, but everything has other unique level in their design.
Oh, so I still love that. That's my
I like that one actually, Mark. Too.
Yeah, too. It's more natural and more dynamic. This is too geometric and
This is possible to do on CNC machine. We can make it on CNC. Then we pour the epoxy in it.
Yeah.
So
Facebook
this is the natural beauty of live edge completely.
Right. So this is live edge. Okay.
Yes.
So are the bases of the dinner coffee tables transported flat for building by the customer, like the way IKEA furniture is, or transported already built together? So Sushant, you said that they are transported flat, right? So they are disassembled, and then you give what is included in the package? Do you include screws and
yes, completely. In package, completely we provide with screws for fixing the screws. We provide tools also completely. You have to only assemble with the carpenter on your site. Everything is assembled in the package. You have to don't anything purchase from outside. We give you completely set of accessories with the tabletops and with the complete product.
Yeah. Kevin, what do you think of IKEA's instructions? do you find them easy to follow?
No, we hate those flat packs. I don't think everyone does.
We normally throw them away and sort of work it out ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, so hopefully the instructions that you give, Sushant, are clearer than IKEA instructions.
See, all these clocks are so different. And I mean, clocks, I would imagine, I haven't really looked at clocks on Amazon, but something like that, I would think would be really...
Some great designs of clocks. I mean,
on its product, on its website, we are giving almost 60% products are our handmade. Other clients purchase from us and they are selling on its platform. Almost 60% products are made by us on that website. Tabletops, wall clocks.
Wow. So guys, if any of you are selling on Etsy, then this is an opportunity. And on Etsy, you can, resell products that you buy as long as they are handmade. And you have to show and prove that they are handmade.
Handmade,
yeah. What is the process? And I'm not sure what the documentation and all is, but once you do that, then you can resell products from other suppliers. So yeah, I think that's a good opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Can we go to the video presentation on the factory visits if they are?
Okay, so yeah, Sushant also sent me a video. So let me just quickly show the video. Our next supplier is also waiting backstage. So yeah, let me just open up the video real quick over here. Just give me a second.
It's a bit small presentation of factory, how we work in that.
Yeah. So it's a longish video, so I'm just gonna skip through a little bit, and
Yes, sure.
we'll go towards the end where you're really talking about the products and you actually show the products now. So yeah, so that's the factory, and you are based in Rajasthan, right? In Jaipur, Jodhpur.
This is our working area. This is a completely manufacturing area, raw manufacturing area. How we are doing standing on the top. This is the raw material. This is some new designs developing, chopping boards, Susan, lazy Susan tray.
Right.
Different. These are under finishing. It will be completely designed, developed today, and we will sharing it also. This is a live edge slab, wood slab, finishing process. This is a 12-foot long table, dining conference table, an epoxy resin table.
So this is completed,
Huge,
is it?
No, it's not completed. It's finishing process and under process. It is complete today. This is our finishing area where we can finishing almost around 20-30 tops at a time. And this is our manufacturing area where we make all the products, filling part here we can do. This is already completely dust-proof environment, so there is no type of any dust and anything is come in the resin part, because we have to take almost more care in that case. If the resin becomes dirt and something is coming, that we have to make around almost catch all the resin part and then we again have to fill it.
Okay, so this is a dust-proof environment with no dust. Okay.
Yes. This is the frame how we make a table, long 12-feet and 10-feet table strong. This is small serving trays with different color, making it.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously with the resins, Megla, they can change the different colors.
Mm.
Yes.
Use different colors in the resins to produce a different look.
Yeah, and the colors are very vibrant, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
I mean, they're very bright and vibrant, especially the greens,
We have
blues.
30 color shades.
Yeah.
We have 30 color shades we use in the resin. Almost 30-50 colors we have available. But a small the most popular color is blue and black in resin currently.
Oh.
The deep blue is nice, I reckon. That's a really sort of...
Yeah, that's the one that gives the river kind of look and feel.
Yeah. And there's a black. That's that black one. The black one looks intriguing too.
Yeah.
And this is
this
the
one is
tabletop which you were seeing in that catalog also. This bit different but same design.
Yeah, I love that. That would be a fantastic feature outside. In an good outside area.
Yeah.
Because of the fern. Because of the fern look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautiful. So let's see if we have any questions. What type of wood do you work with? This is great.
This is acacia wood.
Okay.
Acacia wood we are using it only live edge. So we use this in with resin furniture.
Acacia wood's very, very popular in India.
Now, guys, I've just done a quick
dry wood.
I've just done a bit of a quick look on clocks, and unique clocks on Amazon sell quite a few, and there's nothing as gorgeous as those clocks. Bit of an opening for someone out there. Do a bit more research on clocks, I think, people. Off you go. Look very tempting.
Can these be used and left outdoors?
No, resins, Indian resin products are not useful for outdoor. They are completely for indoor only.
Okay. And is the resin imported or is it made locally?
No, no, no. This is imported from Japan and but the raw we mix with some materials and then we do the production. This is a
Okay,
level of
so
some different raw materials.
okay, so it's imported from Japan and then you process it.
Yes.
Wonderful. I think the products are just so unique. So yeah, this is their email address in case anyone's interested. hello@theartigiano.com. And you can also see their catalog and the video that they share. If you go to this link that you see at the bottom of the screen, bit.ly/vis in all caps -all, you'll see all of the catalogs from previous VIS shows, and they're organized by folder. So if you just go into the Jan 21 folder, you'll be able to see their catalog and all the other catalogs as well. Okay, fantastic. Well, Sushant, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing this awesome information.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good. And of course, go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to say fantastic products. I mean, as Mark said, a fantastic opening for someone that's in the clock business.
Yeah, well, the pricing is quite good. I mean, there were clocks selling for $90 and $100, quite a few of them. And they weren't a patch on those clocks. I mean, those clocks of the world and stuff, you could, wow.
And
you could blitz it.
I love the chairs too.
Big Kev.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time today. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Very unique products.
Very unique,
yeah. And what I like about these products is that you can be so creative and come up with your own designs and, do any products that you want. And there's so many combinations. You could do different colors. You can put stuff inside like pebbles and flowers and leaves.
Yeah, no, they're lovely.
Well, there's two factories two suppliers today that we brought to the people that if people use their sort of imagination with some designs that they could sort of work with those people, and those people could work with you to bring your sort of designs to life as well. So it's a case of partnering with people or partnering with a factory in a product that you want to develop, and then build a relationship. And if you build a relationship from there, these people can make anything.
Yeah, I think you've just got to do some research, make sure that the niche is workable and you've got something totally different to sell, because there's nothing like that. I flipped through a few different things while we were sort of talking, and I couldn't see anything like that in any of the niches. So you could be in that niche that's got a good demand and get a much higher price because you've got something totally different. I think it's a great opportunity.
You can certainly bring a brand to life.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not something you're not going to sell 1 million of in a year. It's once again a bit of a niche. So, you might only sell, a couple of hundred, but do 2 products and you're going to sell 400, making a good margin. You're going to make yourself a wage. So it's not that unachievable with a couple of unique products like that to get a really, you're not going to be the $1 million seller, but you're going to get yourself a nice income out of a couple of products with, something that's totally different. I just think it's, it's much better than jumping on the same old bandwagon of a plain black and silver clock or something. I mean, how are you going to stand out? They're just beautiful.
Yeah, or garlic presses, yoga mats.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so we're not done yet. We have another supplier who's waiting backstage.
Oh, you've got another one? You passed another one. Wow. I thought we were going to go on Millie today.
Well, Arun, these products were so good. I think we were kind of running late. Okay, so I'm going to invite Lokesh from El Joiro. Hello, Lokesh. How are you doing?
Lokesh.
Welcome back.
How are you?
Good to see you all.
Welcome back, Lokesh.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're
it's great
looking
to see you.
my friend.
Yeah,
you look brightly dressed today. You look very smart.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. See, we have got so many negativity in this pandemic, so now we all just move on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Lokesh, first of all, thank you so much for coming back to the show. And you have got some beautiful fashion jewelry items. And the last time you were on the show, I fell in love with one of the items that you showed. And yeah, let's see if what new products you've got for us today. So I'm going to share the screen with your catalog, so you can go ahead and start talking. And just let me know when you want me to change the slides.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, here you can see like it's about Al Joro, what how we started, and what the important thing is with us. Like the most important thing is in our catalog that we are going to move out. Like we have all the designs, and we can make in any kind of metal, like sterling silver and the brass metal. So this is the most important thing with us.
Okay. And then everything is done in-house, right? You have your
Yes,
own
yes, yeah. We have
workers to
all.
process the
Yes, we have all.
stones and the material.
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this is our main business market actually.
Okay. So US, Spain, Italy, France. And are you exporting 100%, or do you also supply to the domestic market?
Most of the time we do export only, but yeah, yes, since we are manufacturers, we have a few of our customers locally as well.
Okay. So this is the product range.
And yes, yeah, the most important thing is we are not yet exporting to Australia so much. I'm really expecting it a lot. And Mag and Shelly, yeah.
You want to export to Australia?
I hope next time I'll put it on the top. The name of
Okay.
Australia.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of the products. And what kind of materials do you specialize in? I mean, are they, especially the stones, are they semi-precious stones, or, what kind of stones are these?
Yeah, these are semi-precious stones, and we can also work in quartz stone. Like I mentioned it on the top of the slide, the stones are hydro quartz. So what the thing is, if our customers have the liberty of the budget, then we can use the semi-precious stones. And if he has some price like foundations, then we can use the quartz stone. Quartz stone looks like the same precious stone as well, but the only thing is they are not natural, they are synthetic. They made in the in by the laboratories.
Okay. And are all of your stones sourced locally?
Yes, of course. Yeah, there are so many stones. Like we source it locally, but they are from some different kind of mines. Like some of them are Brazilian origin, some of them are like Indian origin itself, some of them are American origin. So it's like we have many kind of varieties, but we source it locally. Yes, of course.
Okay. So there's like a wholesale market where you source all of these products from, or maybe suppliers, and some of them are, from India, and some of them are imported as well.
Yes, of
Okay.
course. Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what type of stones are we looking at over here?
Yeah, they are calci stone. They are natural stones, and you see, there are two kind of stones mentioned here. Some of them are calci, and the other one, this is like called the Drugia stones. This is all natural stones actually.
Okay.
This is hydro quartz. This is doublet quartz. I mean, we make it with two different stones put together, and we get this kind of tone. Like you see,
Yeah, two color. How do
yes,
you
two.
do that? I mean, are these two stones like, fused together, or how do you get this
Yes, of
look?
course. We put two different kind of rough stones, and we make it like this is pressurized or compressed with too much of heavy pressure, and then we got this kind of the material, and we finish it.
Okay. Yeah, these are beautiful. What do you think, Mark? These dual
Yeah, no,
colors.
they're really beautiful colours. Yeah, and I think they would change with the light. Like if you
Yes,
had something,
yes,
yeah,
definitely.
depending
Yeah.
what you had on like a top or something, I think it'd pick up the colours. They're lovely.
Yes.
They're colours. I love colours.
Yeah, me too. I love colors too.
There's your purple just gone past.
Yeah. So, do you have in-house designers, location in your team, or how do you design the products?
Yeah, basically we have in-house designer as well, but most of the time, like you see, we have much experience with us as well. So like we always try to do the best of the things with ourselves only. And yes, we have our designers, so we sit together all the time with them, and we always try to invent newer designs.
Right. What kind of colors are more popular in the US? Like when you export to US to your buyers, what colors do they prefer?
Basically it depends upon the season, like for which we are trying to sell. Like in winter seasons they always try to go with the brighter color, and in summer seasons they want some Pantone color, like the dull color, like so it always depends upon the on the season. But most importantly, they like the turquoise color, they like the pink color, just like you can see in this slide. The first two colors, they are the most favorable colors for the American market, like the turquoise color.
Oh, oh, that's
Yes, of
nice.
course. Yeah, this is one of the best tone that we are doing right now.
Okay. Yeah, these are nice. And do you also follow color trends? So, like
Yes,
a
of
few
course.
days
Yes,
ago,
definitely. Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
like
Yes.
there are colors that are popular in different years. So, for example, the color of this year is yellow and gray, and this is released by Pantone. Pantone does this color of the year
Yes.
every year, and so this year they say that the color of the year is yellowish and gray.
Yellow, yeah. See, gray is always a great color for the jewelry, and as you
Okay.
can see here, the
Mhm.
last two items here in itself. So one is like the first one is gray almost, and the second one is the gray mixed with the blue tone. So
Mhm.
yellow, of course, yes. The yellow is also an energetic color, and we have citrus tone in the yellow color tone.
Mhm. Right. So, what kind of stones are these?
These
Onyx,
are
smoky.
Yeah,
Mhm.
these are quartz and the calcistone. Most of the time, like since the calcistone has so many color variations in it, so it's always good to work with the calcistone, because we have the liberty of choosing very variety of colors in this stone. You can
Right.
see here, you can see the how many colors we can give in this kind of stone, like 21 colors we have.
Mm. So, Lokesh, your factory is in Jaipur, right? You're based in
Yes,
Jaipur. So,
yes.
can you tell people over here, some of the history of Jaipur and why there are so many? It's famous for stone or semi-precious stones, right? Can you give a little bit of background to people and explain, that why Jaipur is so specialized in semi-precious stones?
Yes, of course, why not? Yeah, since like Jaipur is basically known for its historical value, and the people, the emperor, they are so the emperor of the Jaipur, they are all very fond of jewelry. So the people started working in jewelry field, and the Rajasthani families, the people live in called in Rajasthan, they called in they called Rajasthanis people. So the Rajasthani people always very famous for the jewelry to wear and to sell. So, and semi-precious stones, the first of the main thing is we have so many artisans here, we have so many manufacturers here. So because of the historical history, like because of the historical place, the value of the jewelry field in the emperor families, we have started this kind of things in Jaipur.
Right. So Jaipur is really known for, semi-precious stones and
Yes,
a lot of these jewelry. There are skilled artisans that have been doing this for generations. So
yes,
that's, yeah. So if you want
And,
jewelry for made from semi-precious stones, then Jaipur is the place to go. Yeah.
and
Okay.
Megla, isn't Jaipur part of the golden triangle? The triangle when you go to visit Agra, Jaipur.
Yeah.
yes. It's called Golden Triangle.
It's the famous places to go and visit, isn't it? If you ever go to India on a trip, so
Yeah,
Yes,
it's Golden
yes.
Triangle,
you
Delhi,
want to
Agra, and
expand on
Jaipur.
that?
Yeah. Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. Those are the three cities that are known as the Golden Triangle.
Yeah, that's it.
They're like little flowers. They're pretty, those pink ones. They look like a flower.
Yeah.
This is solar quartz actually. This is also a natural stone, and you will have each and every piece a unique texture. So the color we can do it. We have the options of many kind of colors, but the stone texture we cannot make. This is all unique,
Right.
and this is having some spiritual value also. It's a solar quartz.
Do you also sell healing crystals, Lokesh?
Yes, of course, we do sell it.
You do?
Healing.
Okay.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few people are
quite a
looking
few
for
people.
those.
Yeah, quite a few people in our group are looking for healing crystals, and I didn't know that you do healing crystals as well. So, yeah, in the future, if anybody has a need for that, we'll send them to you.
Yes, definitely, we can do it.
So these are all the different types of stones, combinations. Okay, what is this now? This is different without any stones, right?
Yes, of course.
Still
These are all
interesting.
plain metal designs and very famous right now these days. And this is like we can make it in sterling silver, we can make it brass metal, anything that is required by the customer. But the most important thing is the simplicity and elegancy of this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
There's some different ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And most importantly,
mo-
these are all handmade. So you see, all of the designs, they are all handmade.
Right. And so which countries are these most popular in? These type of simple designs and this
Yeah,
goldenish kind of material?
yeah, mostly popular in America and
And
some
what
part
kind
of
of
Spain and Italy as well.
some part of what?
Europe, like Spain and Italy.
Okay. So Vandana is asking, can you create hammered metal like sterling silver pieces?
Yes, of course. We have already done it.
Okay. And then Raj is saying, does your metal come with a certificate? Is there any certificate?
Raj, we already doing the metal without nickel, without lead, without cadmium, and we can also provide you the certification as well. But if you want to check it, you can have it on your own.
Okay, so you can just send it to a testing agency.
Yes.
And Raj has posted the link of the company as well, ljoiro.in, so in case anyone's interested.
Yes.
And I see the one ring that
Your
I really
ring.
liked last time. My ring. There it is.
But nobody bought it, Megla.
Nobody bought it. Lokesh, I'm still waiting for the ring. There's a sample.
Yes, of course. Yes.
I'm
Definitely.
just
This time
kidding.
I'm sending you the sample.
I'm just joking. But that is a good ring, yeah.
Megla, when we go to Jaipur on our next jaunt,
Yeah.
You might as well get
Definitely.
the earrings to match, Megla. I think there were earrings to match that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Can you do pure silver?
Pure silver, yes, we do sterling silver actually, 9 to 5 sterling silver. In pure silver, the jewelry couldn't be made we have to make in sterling silver only. So we do in 9 to 5 sterling silver.
Yeah. And sterling silver is considered real silver, right?
Yes, of course, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, this is beautiful. There's just something about it that
That is
You
why
want
I
it.
put the slide still.
Yeah. Oh
Because
wow, look at
I
this
was just
triangle.
what
Yeah.
I meant before, Megla too, is like people are going to come. When we're allowed to travel again. I mean,
Yeah.
when we're going to Delhi, people will want to travel to Jaipur, and people will, we do the Agra trip anyway, but I mean, people, when they go to Delhi, you might as well sort of get in as many places to go to, and Jaipur is a fantastic place from what I've heard. So it's definitely on our radar when we come back to India that we're going to come and visit Jaipur. So. We'll probably see you there one day, Lokesh.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Raj is saying June 2021 is more promising to travel. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds pretty exciting. I hope it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Really,
yeah.
really looking forward to
Actually,
traveling
that
again.
top ring there looks like almost a pink diamond.
This
Yeah,
one.
this is rough tourmaline actually. This is one of the very precious stone, like in semi-precious stone range. So this is tourmaline. This is natural. It comes in like in rough shape only. We can make it in finished shape, but in this stone, in this ring, we put it only with the rough shape.
That's lovely.
So I can
like some
see
of these.
if we get to Jaipur, I can see I'll be paying for a pink ring, won't I?
Yeah, these are nice. I really like these rings where you've got the natural shape of the
The
stone.
natural shape and the texture, yes.
Yeah.
This
So
is
do you?
called geode. This is also a natural stone, the geode.
Geode. Okay.
Yeah, geode 2G.
And what kind of finishing do you do to this stone? I mean, is there any finishing required, or is it just like the raw stone?
No, of course, yes. Yes, we have to do it with a little bit of finishing. Like the stone comes in like a rock format, so we need to cut it as per the size, and then we have to make it polished. So and the inner texture will be unique and the natural, but we have to make it a little bit of finishing on it.
Right. Okay, Simone is asking, what is the MOQ on the rings and earrings? Is it MOQ per style, or can you mix and match?
Yeah, the most important thing is in this pandemic, we have a customers request and they have got the very benefit in this pandemic. We have reduced our MOQs for all our customers. We have now only 25 pieces per style at least.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, per style, per color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, per color.
Okay.
The other thing is like you can mix with the color. Yeah, we can give the mix kind of color, but with the per style. You need to order
Okay.
different pieces. The thing is that there should be a minimum order of like US dollar 2000 at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot make only 25 pieces of one ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, for the people, as we keep saying, it's
There
not
should be a
worth just
minimum
shipping
value order.
25 things. You need to ship a substantial amount to make it worth your selling.
Yeah. So do you have more intricate designs as well, like Jaipur designs, or can you make pieces from our designs, like custom work?
Vandana, see, like we are manufacturers, so we always like and we always welcome the custom designs. But the most important thing is since we have the customers from Europe and America, and they want some elegant kind of designs. So mostly I'm including all the this kind of designs only. But if you want some customized designs, you are welcome. We can make it definitely. You can email
Yeah.
me all the things that you are looking for. I'll share some pictures.
Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty important because our audience is mostly looking to export products, to the US and Europe. So definitely the designs here are more suited to their taste.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So these are bangles or bracelets.
Yeah.
I think you could get that ring in a bangle too, Megla. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
top one is blue. You could
Yes,
make
of
it
course.
pink. I
This
can
is
see
a
your
set.
collection growing.
We can make a set like ring, pendant, earring, bangles.
Yep. Okay, and these are brass with 18 karat gold plating with
Yes.
e-coating. What's e-coating?
E-coating is a layer, like thin layer, so we can have the plating go longer, like to reduce the percentage of, to reduce the rusting feel and to make the plating go longer. E-coating is a
Okay,
process. Yeah.
right. Yeah, because these sometimes they do turn a bit blackish, right, after
Yes, of
use.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think it
see,
depends
in
on your
the
skin
jewelry,
too.
in the plated jewelry, you always see the tarnish problem, but
Yeah.
after e-coating, you won't see this.
Oh, is it? Okay. Looks like the pieces that I've bought from somewhere. They're not e-coated because they're tarnished.
Yeah, there might be.
Oh, this is nice. Look at this NK217.
It's purpley color.
Yeah. Why am I always attracted
I
to
think
purple?
you see, this is
Purple lady.
Tanzanite stone. And the one you see in the Titanic film, the very famous pendant,
Which one?
the
This
last one,
one.
the NK217. Yeah, this one,
Oh, is
NK217. This
it?
is Tanzanite stone, but yes, of course, this is having a raw format and not that much of quality.
Yeah.
Nice, lots of pretty.
They are all plain metal necklaces, plain brass metal, or we can make it in silver as well.
So these are with beads.
Yeah, these are with
And
beads.
are these stones as well, or what kind of beads are these?
Yeah, these are all precious, semi-precious stones beads. Yeah,
Okay.
like the garnet beads, the peridot beads, they are all natural stones.
Oh, pendants. There's something for you, Kevin.
Cufflinks.
Yeah, cufflinks.
Don't
And this
think
is
Yeah.
also with the same stone.
Remember when people used to have tie pins as well? Remember the cufflinks and
Yes,
tie,
yeah,
tie
yeah.
Yeah.
pins? Remember,
Yeah.
you,
We can
you
do
get
it.
that as a
Yeah, we
gift at
can do it.
Christmas time, you know?
Right, really nice products. Let's see if there are any questions. So, e-coating is an immersion wet paint finishing process that uses electrical current to attract the paint product to a metal surface.
Thank you,
awesome.
right?
Thanks, Raj.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, if I order 25 pieces of BG28, for example, would they all be the same or different shapes?
Yeah, let me check it.
But any product, for example, like would it be, would the shape be slightly different, or does the shape really depend on how you cut the stone?
I mean, if we use the natural stones, uh, if you use the natural stones with the like solar quartz or the geode, they will be with the different size. But if we use like the stone that we can make it in a similar size, we can do it.
Okay, so it depends on the stone, really,
Yes, yes.
what type of stone you're looking for. Okay, it's the bangle, she's saying that
Okay.
Amazon bangle.
BG28 is a bangle. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Margaret, what do you think about selling jewelry on Amazon? I mean, it is very competitive, and it's a bit tricky as well, so you've got to be careful.
Yeah, I think you'd have to really do your research. I haven't really looked into jewelry that much, but I mean, I think if you've got like, it's probably, say, not your ring that you really like, it's too unique. I think you have to have something that is more generic, like looking, that you're going to sell more of. I think, like, to go for, say, something in just pink, you're cutting your market down to such a narrow niche that you need to be a little bit more not so specific, I think, in jewelry, because I think if you go for more silvers and golds with just maybe a light stone or something on it, yes, but I think to go into something big like that in a colour might be a bit hard to sell a lot of, because, you know, it's everyone's taste and colours, and, you know, not everyone likes purple.
I think Vandana was asking about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vandana was asking about BG34.
BG28.
BG28, okay.
Yeah, but I think her question was just, generic about, I mean, that was just an example that she was giving, but her question was in general, do the shapes, differ? So
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
hammered looking bangle.
Yeah, then yeah, definitely, definitely we can make all the things with the same size and with the same shape.
Okay.
Even though it's handmade, it's still sort of the same.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. This is the casting piece. Yeah, actually. So you will have all the things very similar, exactly
Right.
same.
Do we need to get approval for Amazon for jewelry category? Do you know
I
this?
think
I think we
I
do.
think you do.
Yeah.
I think
I think the good thing about jewelry is
basic.
that because it's lightweight, you can just air ship it, right?
Yeah, that's one
And
good thing. It's very light.
yeah,
Yeah.
shipping costs wouldn't be too high, I guess.
No,
Yes,
they
sir.
wouldn't.
So, Lokesh, what are the prices that we are looking at approximately, FOB prices? And of course, it varies depending on the stone and size and work that's done and everything. But, just to give an example, let's say the ring that I really like. What's the price, the FOB range for that?
Yeah, it's around. You see, of course, yes, we have many kind of varieties of stones and the plating options, the metal options. But in general format, like I can give you a range. Like in the ring, we have rings in the range of 80 cents, 70 cents, up to $3-4 US dollars. In fact, the same thing
Okay.
we have in bangles. Like we have bangles in $2 only, and we have bangles in $5 or $6, $7. In fact, the same thing again in the necklaces. We have a range of $1 up to 6 or 7, 8, 9 US dollars for the brass. And if you go with the silver, again the prices will up to $20, $25. In fact,
So they're not overly expensive, really.
Yeah.
Because some of those are beautiful pieces.
so in brass, if you go with the brass, the fashion jewelry, you can have a ring in $1 range. In fact, you can have a very good healthy heavy ring in $2 or $3 as well.
So I
Okay.
think maybe in those sort of prices, it'd be nice to do up maybe a gift box of like a ring, the earrings, and a bracelet or something, because then you're selling something worth, I don't know, maybe cost you $10, but you can sell it for 40 as a gift. Whereas you're trying to sell a necklace or a ring, I think it would be a lot harder because there's not enough margin. You've still got that PPC, that horrible cost, that is not going to change whether you're spending $2 on a ring or $20 on a box full. So I think I'd be inclined, if I was going to do jewelry, to maybe gift box it up and sell it as a set. And to me, if somebody, if I'm looking for jewelry, I usually like to have matching, necklace and earrings at least, and maybe a bracelet, because I just think it's nice to have that complete piece when you get, your jewelry on, than have all mismatched things. So I think that would be the way I would go. But I mean, do your homework, do your due diligence, because I haven't really looked at jewelry enough to sort of say too much about it. And I think it'd all differ what you're selling,
Yes, also we are trying to make all the things in $1 range. In fact, we are trying to make various kind of things in $1 range, so it will always a cost effective manner, and people can sell it in $2 or $3 or $5 range. In fact,
yeah.
Lokesh, is it just all female jewelry you do, or you do men's jewelry?
You're
Yes,
feeling left out, Kev.
yeah, the last one, the coupling, this is for male only.
But you don't do like sort of rings or bracelets for men?
Yeah, of course, yes, yes. We do
Yeah,
have
of course,
many
yeah.
kind of things for the male also.
Oh, yeah.
But since most of the customers are female, so we always focus on it.
So you're not going to show me some rings or bracelets?
Sir, once you started buying bracelets, Yeah, we will definitely make it.
Okay.
So you have to bring their products into Australia, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be
please do.
a jewelry importer. He
Fantastic.
wants me to be a jewelry importer. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, guys, get in touch with Lokesh if you're interested in these products, and not only jewelry, but semi-precious stones or also healing crystals. That's a huge category.
Yeah.
So this is their email address: info@ljoiro.in. I really love the name and how it has a very nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Very joyful and happy kind of name. So definitely get in touch with Lokesh if you're interested. And Lokesh, you're in the Facebook group as well. So people can reach out to you over there too. Okay, thank you so much, Lokesh, for joining us once again on the show, and we will see you around.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Okay.
Hopefully we'll
Bye-bye.
see you in India. Take care.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Looking
Lokesh.
forward to it.
Thanks for your time. Bye.
Okay.
That was really nice jewelry. Just some lovely
That was
pieces.
nice, Joe. Yeah.
Oh,
I think-
I just a lot of guys now like jewelry. Okay, like sort of. I mean, Indian men wear a lot of jewelry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially gold.
Yeah, and that's right. And a lot of guys here in Australia wear sort of bracelets and sort of rings. It's it's a big thing these days that sort of, and to give someone, like Mark said, to give someone a set of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just so things that match.
Mhm.
I mean, guys wear earrings.
Yeah.
One usually, Kev.
Well, you could have a set of a bracelet and one earring.
Necklace. Well, you've got
Yeah, or
yeah. You've got necklace and bracelet that matches, Kev, or a couple of sets of those.
Great. So with that, we come to the end of the January Virtual India Sourcing Show. And wow, what a show this has been.
Wow,
And I think
epic couple of days, Megla. Epic.
Yeah.
Epic. Yeah, I think that's the right word, Kevin. Absolutely. I mean, especially Arundhati and Studio Beach. That is such an incredible company, and she is such a visionary lady. I'm really inspired by her story and what she's doing and standing for. So very futuristic, I feel.
Well, also, but the quality of her products that she sort of showed us. I mean, you could see even through the camera lens, the products look very superior, very high end. I mean, I thought they were just samples, but obviously, I mean, they've gone to a lot of, a young company only started in January 2020. So, I mean, I know, a lot of COVID sort of restrictions would have sort of slowed them down a bit, but obviously, you look at all the designs that they've been working really hard during COVID and sort of designs. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'd agree that most of the stuff that they showed you, even at the laptop, I haven't seen designs like that, but a laptop bag. And some of the ladies' handbags were very, very stylish.
And I think when you actually opened them, they were finished as nice inside as they were outside. Like some of the linings and the print went down inside it, and like they were just beautiful. So I think, amazing. So I'm going to have to get on the website and have a look. But I do have enough handbags, but.
But I think, look, all in all, Megla, once again, all the people that we brought to the table, once again, they've got fantastic, every one of them have got fantastic products, and, they've got a great backstory in a lot of cases. I mean, yesterday, Sona from, she, all the artisans that she works with and for, I mean, some great products there. I mean, all in all, great weekend.
Yeah. We had Padmini Silks, which is one of the oldest silk fabric suppliers, and then Alith Creations. I mean, their designs are just stunning. They have a lot of beautiful designs that they're doing. So, yeah, I think there's so much opportunity. And of course, once again, you guys have to do your research and keyword research and make sure that there is, there are keywords that you can attach to these products.
You, Robert.
But this rocks. Yay. Thank you, Robert.
But I think there's no excuse. I don't want to hear people say, I cannot find a product. We've put so many products in front of you the last few days. Now you just need to do your research. And if you jump on with Verity onto her little training program, she's going to talk about keywords. So that'll even give you a bit of an insight into how to start doing your keyword research, because even though we're not doing product research, she's still going to be touching on that to get started onto your listing. So I think, yeah, there's plenty of ideas out there for people.
So all in all, we keep bringing lots of ideas to you guys. So, you know, we just hope that we hope that you sort of see some opportunities out there, and you know, these people, you know, all you know, said and done. I mean, they're all sort of companies that, you know, because of COVID, have all sort of, you know, lost out a lot, like we all have over the last 12 months. But you know, I mean, it's now time to, you know, come from out of the woodwork and start getting back to business as usual. And it's fantastic to see, you know, companies, and it's fantastic to sort of see, you know, the people that we've dealt with before in the early stages, that they would love to come back onto Viz to show you all once again what they've got, you know, new designs. So it's an evolving sort of thing, and it just shows you how, you know, glad these people are to come in, or proud they are to show you their unique designs, because and they're all very proud. I haven't met, I mean, how many Indian companies have we dealt with, Mark? I mean, hundreds now. Hundreds.
And they're all lovely people.
And they're all so proud of what they do. It's amazing. You know, it's we haven't met any yet that, you know, it's sort of like, well, you know, sort of that sort of, it's always, they're so welcoming. They're so, you know, this is my product and this is how we make it and this is what we do. And, you know, they go to so many lengths to explain, and they're so proud of their heritage. And that's really good to see.
Yeah, I think they're more in it to be proud of what they do and show their skill than it's just we can make big dollars here. I think it's a really different sort of culture that, you know, they're more interested in getting their products out there than just the dollars at the end of the light of it, the whole thing. I think it shows that they're so proud.
The other thing is, I mean, you know, everyone's jumping on the eco-friendly sort of bandwagon, so to speak. But I mean, India is one of the most environmentally friendly places where products get made in the world. If it's not the epicenter, I don't know what is. I mean, because everybody we talk to, it doesn't matter if it's like, even the silk guy yesterday. I mean, everything is, you know, so everybody's got a footprint and responsible for the environment. And nearly everybody we've spoken to, in some case, always, you know, the environment comes into play. You know, whether it's the plastic bottles, you know, with all the pet products that we've seen. Saris. I mean, who would have thought saris get reinvented as handbags?
Yeah, no, it's great.
Cactus plants.
Cactus plants and cork leather. Yeah. So, I mean, guys watching, if you have any specific products that you are looking for, let us know, and we will try to look for suppliers of those products for the next show. And I mean, what we want to do over here is bring you vetted manufacturers and exporters, because I mean, there are just so many companies out there that, you know, claim to be exporters, but they're not actually exporters. And especially if you go to India Mart, I mean, there are, you know, there are sellers in our group who've got burnt. They went to India Mart, they sourced a product, but the supplier was not really export focused. They didn't really know what sort of, you know, standards they need to follow. And, you know, people got bad quality products. So that's something that we want, we're hoping that you know, to help you avoid. That's one of the reasons we started doing this, because you know, people were coming to us and saying that, hey, we want to source products, and we couldn't go on the trip, so but we still want to source products. And that's how this was kind of born organically, and it's just grown every month because people are enjoying it. And yeah, so I mean, these suppliers that we bring to you, they are manufacturers and they are exporters. We talk to them before we bring them on. We look at their certificates. We look at their, you know, their export certificate. We check their GST number and all of these things online as well. So these are vetted companies. So yeah, definitely reach out to them, and you know, hopefully you can make a good private label business with some of these products.
Well, really what we're doing, Megla, is we're cutting a lot of corners for a lot of people, you know, and bringing those people directly to them. and you can sort of go into dealings with the people that we brought to the table, and if you do have a problem, I mean, you've got Megla to come to. Hey, Megla.
There's a lot of transparency. I think like all of these suppliers are in the group, right? And so if anything, they're not likely to do any, hanky panky.
No, they'll get called out very quickly.
Yeah, they'll
or kicked out, one or the other.
Exactly. Called out or kicked out. Yeah. So, I mean, there's some accountability as well because they are part of this community. And, that's what we want to do. We want to create this sort of community where we have good suppliers and good buyers as well. I mean, you have to be good buyers too. So, yeah. And then, everybody makes some money along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you're all looking for, I hope. An escape.
Exactly. An escape from the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
An escape from the 9 to 5 so that you can work 8 to 11.
But you can do it on a deserted island. It doesn't matter. You can sit on the beach and do it. That's the best part. I mean, you don't have to be sitting in, your little hometown. You can go on holidays and still do it. That's the best part.
What's it, mate?
Exactly.
All you need is a laptop.
All you need is a laptop. That's basically it.
All you need is a laptop.
But of course, a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah,
It's not easy.
Get going. No, it is. It's not. I'll tell people it's not easy. It is a lot of ups and downs, and Amazon give you something every week.
Right. Nice weekend.
But, yeah, it's still a great thing to do, and it's a lot less hassle than working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, 65 days a year, whatever you do.
Look, the other day we were talking to Gary Wang, and about the exits and how many people are making big money from exiting the Amazon business. I mean, okay, you put the hard yards in for 12 months, 2 years, and you can sort of go away with if you've done all the right moves, you can go away and sort of retire, so to speak.
Or you can come back and find another good product on our show next week, and off you go again.
Sort of rebrand.
Or you can buy a nice boat, like some of your friends are doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
No.
So I mean, guys, this is the URL. I've displayed it on the screen over here, where all of the catalogs since the beginning of this are there. So in case you're looking for inspiration or just some ideas, take a look at this Google folder over here, and you've got access to all the contact details, all the catalogs. And don't forget about our listing optimization workshop that's starting next Saturday. Take a look at the website that's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. And hopefully you'll be able to join us next week.
Yeah. And hey guys, for all of you that are jumping into the workshop, don't forget about the Telegram group. Get the Telegram group going. Get some questions firing. And
Absolutely,
it helps to do a bit of bonding before it starts, and you sort of get to know one another. Make the
Definitely.
most of it.
In fact, as soon as you sign up, you'll be able to see a link to the Telegram group, and you'll be able to join in immediately. And we've already got people who've joined the Telegram group, and very soon conversations are going to start. So even before the workshop starts, you can start engaging and sharing your stories and your problems, asking Verity questions. She's already there in the group, so definitely check it out.
Well, people have just got to make the most of it, Megla. If you sort of just make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this workshop format, we've done 3 boot camps with Tim Jordan for product research. And I can say with 100% confidence that this is by far the best format of learning. I have done conferences for 5 years now, right, Mark and Kevin? I've been hosting conferences in Hong Kong. And I've done virtual events and virtual seminars and, virtual summits and all sorts of different formats. But I know for a fact, for sure, that this is a format that really, really, really helps people. It's a combination of live workshop plus engagement in the Telegram group. It's a powerful combination that I am 100% sure will be super, super valuable. And I say this from experience. From after doing 3 workshops, in a similar fashion. So definitely, I stand 100% behind it. I guarantee that you're going to find it very, very useful.
Yeah, and we've got more coming through the year too, haven't we, Megla?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got one on PPC. So what we're thinking of is, we kind of thinking of, okay, what are the main issues that Amazon sellers face? Product research is the biggest issue, and that's where people really, really get stuck. So I went out there and, searched for the best person to do product research. Who is the best person? Tim Jordan, of course. Yeah. And then similarly, Mark, Kevin, and we thought about, okay, let's do another one on listing optimization, because that's the other thing that can really, really affect your business. And, who's the best person to do listing optimization in our network? We don't Verity, because we don't want some guru, who's just full of talk. We want somebody who's got the actual, who's put in the actual hours working on listings. And so Verity is like the best person for this sort of a thing. And then the third one that's coming up is PPC, and that's another thing that people struggle with. And we've got Ritu Java from PPC Ninja who's going to be doing that. I mean, she literally lives and breathes PPC day in and day out. So we're trying to bring experts, people who are experts in their specific areas, to do these workshops. Kevin, what you're saying, I cut you off.
I was just going to say, no, Verity, because she's worked at a rock face, and it's like Ritu. Ritu is lovely, and she has worked at even though she teaches people, she knows the business of PPC, and she knows how to teach people PPC, and she knows what you need to run your business. So, and didn't she do some masterminds as well, free masterminds?
Yeah, she did some free masterminds, and those were really well received. I attended a few of those masterminds, and after attending one of those, I saw that she's really good at what she does, and she knows what she's talking about. And some of the leading sellers out there, like Jason Tay, is also kind of endorsing her, and he's joined her mastermind as well. So I know that she's really good with PPC. So Lois is asking, will this workshop be held again in the near future? Yes. So Lois, we are planning to host these workshops every few months. So for example, we might do 2 or 3 listing optimization workshops throughout the year. But we haven't decided on the date for the next one. But we are planning to host it again in the future. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So with that, we come to the end of this show. And thank you everybody for joining us. We will see you next month.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. We'll see you during the week with some other webinar, no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next Wednesday on Webinar Wednesday inside of the group. But then we'll see you on VIS next month.